say we are live and all that good stuff. I'm not 100% sure if like all this like people are gonna be able to hear you, if they're gonna be able to hear me, if they're gonna be able to hear the music or see the screen or like anything. I'm not sure about anything. I'm not sure if my computer's not going to explode. I'm not sure about anything. We're doing it live. I should say welcome to everyone that did decided to stick around and bear with us through the technical issues. I did put technical issues in the description, so you know you had to expect it. Welcome Red Hood, J Arthur, Jorge FT, Kike, Yeshua, Fo, Mario DK, and Vinnie Mac. Welcome everyone, and of course welcome to my special guest, my co-host Jaygo. Welcome Jaygo, how are you doing?
Hello everyone.
Good.
Hello everyone, I'm alright. Playing Sea of Stars.
Good. Jaygo's playing a game. Unfortunately, I've got to do all this technical stuff. I'm not playing a game. I'm not. I'm playing this lo-fi Final Fantasy 16. The music in Final Fantasy 16 is amazing. For the it's only a couple tracks. I'm like, but for the most part, the music's really good. It's just I didn't like the combat.
Also, the stream audio is very good.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, stream audio is very good.
Oh my god.
I sound very good. I can hear the lo-fi very good.
Can you hear me?
You sound very good. Yeah, everything.
I'm so happy, Jaygo. It must be like that from where I did it last time or something. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Yeah, it just says welcome to the Game Corner Shop starting soon, so
yeah,
I want to move on from that soon.
Oh, I will, Jaygo. My computer has been very annoying and slow. Very annoying and slow.
Well, what's new?
I need to upgrade this whole computer. Like I literally need a whole ass new computer. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna change from the dreadful Ryzen 1.
Oh right, no, wait, calm down, Jacob. You can't calm down. Yes, I need. I know.
And you said it was like 1300x. That's crazy.
Right, okay, but listen, when I built this in like 2018 and I had a budget, it wasn't crazy back then, Jaygo.
Mental. I mean, look, Zen 1 was bad back then anyway.
Look, so. I was poor, Jaygo. I was poor.
In 2018, you were far better off going Intel.
I had limited funds, okay, and that's what my friend advised me to get at the time.
Your friend done you dirty in 2018.
Oh no, he helped me build the PC.
Yeah, crazy. You got done dirty.
No, he didn't do me dirty. He was just like, I had a budget.
If they said you should wait a little bit longer, and then you get Ryzen 3000. Oh, now you're cooking. Now you're cooking.
Yeah, I didn't really want to. Really want to wait. Yeah, I wanted a PC straight away. So, it's what it is. But I will try and upgrade this PC. Well, as soon as possible, but you know, I'll tell you what. Okay, let me open up this thing and we're going to get started. Hopefully this will work okay. Anyone see the screen? My share screen?
Yes. Oh, share screen. Yeah, the share screen is currently on the lo-fi.
Oh yeah, unfortunately it doesn't show.
Oh yeah, the stream shows the same thing.
Right, you know why it hasn't got us in here? Because I haven't set it up for the. I haven't set it up for the gathering hall. I've got it set up for the stage, but I think it's like the live show stage. I've got it set up for, and I can't remember. Yeah, bloody hell. So
we're all gathered here today to talk about Square Enix.
We're here, so you can hear us, but you won't be able to see the you won't be able to see our little icons and stuff. But if you can hear both Jaygo and I, it's okay. It's only if I got a whole load of more people in here. So yeah, the reason we're in the gathering hall and not the live stage, the other stage, was because that one just wasn't working. Was having technical issues, so we moved to this one. But it means I can't because I haven't set it up. You have to actually make the. You have to go to the Discord thing and set that up. But I can't really do that right now whilst we're live. So if you can hear Jaygo, I'll just leave it. if you're all able to hear Jaygo.
Yeah, audio on stream is fine with me, everything. So, yeah.
How do I get onto my own goddamn thing? My own thing. My own channel. I'm going to move to YouTube because my internet feed is acting up. Okay.
Nice. I will watch the YouTube chat.
Hang on. I will look at the YouTube chat. No one's bloody watching it anyway.
That's a lie. I've been there this whole time.
Oh, well, one person there.
Goddamn right.
Look how slow my computer is, Jaygo. This is insane. Start a. You can do Q&As and polls. Okay, I need to do that. Hang on, say something, Jaygo. Hang on.
Hello.
The lo-fi sounds way too loud.
I don't think so.
It does to me.
Maybe it's your Chrome. Maybe it's your Chrome audio.
Probably is. I'm gonna do that now. Turn down my Chrome audio. Yeah, so I can hear Jaygo. One sec. I know there's double audio. Just one sec. Let me sort that out. Why is this thing being dumb? My computer cannot handle the most basic of operations right now. Absolutely wild. My computer
The power of Ryzen 1000.
Oh, shush! Shush, Jaygo. I'm going to update this stupid computer. Okay, Google Chrome, turn that down. Good lord. Down in my air holes. Okay. Jaygo, say something.
Hello.
Oh, much better. I can hear you very well. Fantastic. Okay. I should have left that open. Right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Right. Sorry for the long technical issues and and all of this. I did say there was going to be technical issues. It's written clearly in the description. So let's all hit that like button, share it out, retweet, tweet. Jaygo, did you do that at everyone? Yeah. Thank you, Jaygo. Okay, so today is a special show. Firstly, I want to apologise for not having shows for quite a while. Happens to be that, like, obviously towards the end of the week and with all the other stuff I've been doing recently, I just get whacked out on Fridays, and I've just literally have not been able to do the shows. But we have had our special Discord show that we've been doing. So occasionally I do, instead of doing it on YouTube, I do it from my laptop, and we've had like little shows in the Discord. And we also have Mario DK's show. That's weekly story time with Mario DK, who's one of our wonderful community members. He does a show on a Tuesday, so it's going to be directly following this. Now, this show is not going to be 4 hours long or 5 hours long. I'm directly on to that, okay? But and I might not be able to make it tonight. I'll probably be too tired. But that show will be tonight exclusively on our Discord channel. I used to have a bot that would put the Discord join link in the thing, but it's not there for whatever reason. So I will drop it in the chat in a bit. And that will be, it's at 11:30 BST. I'm not sure what that is in American times. Mario DK, let me know, please. We'll put the American times up. So it's very late for us Brits, right? So, and Jaygo has to get up early for work and stuff like that. So, thanks for putting the link in, Jaygo. Yeah, so Jaygo has to get up for work and stuff. So, as soon as we got the Square Enix financials yesterday, and also we got some other news from Square Enix, we decided to do it today because when I did a show last year and I was discussing the Square Enix financials, Jaygo gate crashed that. We gate crashed it and did an anime sidetrack for like 2 hours or something like that, right? But then after that, we talked about Square Enix financials, and it was really fun. And I said, Jaygo, would you come back, and the next time Square Enix got their financials, we'll do it. And he was like, yeah, sure. So we missed the last one, okay? So the one for Q3 didn't do one for that. So we're doing one now for this. It covers the whole financial year as well. So that's why we have Jaygo back here. And yeah, this should be fun. Hello to J Alpha in the chat. J Alpha, I forgot I made you my J Alpha in the chat. And 1000 year J2. Is that Paper Mario reference, right? Jaygo and Jcat, the ultimate team. Let me ask you something. Why is Jaygo's name first? But you put there. Why is Jaygo's name first? You do not see Jaygo's name first. Comes before no, I know. No. Well, it does, but that's irrelevant. It's not alphabetical thing. This is not a democracy, Jaygo. That you get to.
It's easier to say.
The alpha. No, it's not.
It's easier to say.
It isn't. I put it as Jodie and Jaygo. I put it as Jodie and Jaygo. No, you shush. I put it as Jodie and Jaygo. I didn't even put it as Jcat. I put my actual real name. That is my real name.
So even then, you put it wrong.
What do you mean I put it wrong? I put Jodie, not Jcat.
Yeah, because J-O comes
because almost I know almost everyone just calls me Jodie, so I put just my name. Jaygo, I don't see what's so funny. Right, okay. Can everyone hear the final? We got some Final Fantasy 16 lo-fi. It's decent. It's decent. I don't know if everyone can hear it. Okay. Turn it up a bit because I had to turn it down in my ears because of the thingamajigger. So if it's too loud, let me know. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry about the long start and everything. It's been like 40 bloody minutes. Okay, so we're going to start off. We've got goats. Yes, Torgal's awesome. I do like Torgal, especially when he's like still like a puppy. And he's a little Torgal. So it actually started off earlier. Was it like a week? Was it a week or a couple of weeks before? No, like a week before, right? We got Square Enix notification. Oh, it was on April. So it was 2 weeks ago, April 30th. This was like, I just want to quickly do this, and then we're gonna get into the like financial results. So, but I thought it was relevant to do this one first since it came a couple of weeks before the financial results. So this was Square Enix Holdings Co Limited gave a notification of recognition of extraordinary losses. Okay, maybe zoom 195%. Thank you. I will zoom in here. Maybe it's a bit too big. 100. How about that? Can I be seen? Yeah. That's good. Okay, thank you. So actually, I said I wasn't going to read the whole thing, but it's not that long. So, so this is to do with Square Enix writing off basically some of their investments in games they were making. 22
billion yen in content. That's what they've written off. 2 billion
yen. Yeah, it says
22.
Approximately 22.1 billion yen, which wouldn't that work out as $140 US? Something like that. Yes. So it's a significant amount of money. So this is, I don't know if they said the amount of games that they've cancelled, but this is, so they had stuff this is stuff in development, not stuff that had already released. So it doesn't apply to, Rebirth or what was the other game that had come out, Foam Stars or anything like that, right? So this is stuff that they've got in development that we don't know what it is. They've cancelled unannounced stuff. They've cancelled, and it's kind of like written off. So, but they have to. They're publicly traded companies. They have to notify their investors. So it says they expect to recognize extraordinary losses pertaining to abandonment losses associated with its production content on its books for the fiscal year ended March 2024. So this is why they wanted to get this out ahead of their financial report. So it's 1. Nature of the extraordinary losses. The board convened on March 27th, 2024. The board of directors holdings voted in light of the myriad changes underway in the environment surrounding its group to revise the group's approach to the development of high-definition games with the intention of being more selective and focused in the allocation of development resources. As a result of close examination of the group's development pipeline undertaken in keeping with this revised approach, the company expects to recognize approximately 22.1 billion yen in content abandonment losses on its books for the financial year ended March 2024. Okay, and then it goes on to say that they are reviewing their consolidated forecasts for the fiscal year. Yeah, and so this was pretty significant news to write off that amount of money. That's like multiple AA games. You know, you could get 1 or 2 AAA games out of that. It's a lot of money to just, you know, cancel this stuff in their development pipeline. Jaygo, what did you think when you heard this news a couple of weeks ago?
When I saw this news, my first thought was, wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes, but what I actually wanted to say was what they're cancelling are unannounced projects. So anything that's announced is not cancelled as far as we know, because if they were to cancel announced projects, they would have said so by now.
Yeah. So
Dragon Quest is perfectly fine.
It's not Dragon Quest because that's announced. So
yeah,
I mean, for example, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's this, but like they never announced that Final Fantasy IX remake that's been rumored forever, right? They have not announced that, so that could be one of the games that's cancelled. I don't necessarily think it's that,
precisely.
But it's possible.
Yeah.
So.
But I think a good one that's, what's the word I'm looking for? One that's highly likely is future content for Foam Stars. What else is highly likely? Less mobile games that aren't performing future content.
Right, yeah, that's the other thing I didn't consider. Could be mobile, but well, it does specify HD. Now, when they say HD games, they mean that they're console games, and they say SD, which is not standard definition as I thought. It's actually smart device games. So because they've written HD, it's definitely console games and not mobile games that they're talking about here.
Okay, that makes sense. So then, yeah, they've cancelled Foam Stars. That's what I'm going to assume. They've cancelled Foam Stars updates, and once they've released everything that they've already developed, they're gonna announce we're closing this game in 6 months.
No, take it. I was going to ask you, do you think it's going to shut down faster than Babylon's Fall?
Yes. Babylon's Fall was alive for 364 days. This will not last 300.
Wow. Yeah, that's... We'll see. Maybe we'll try and do like... I wish like the bet buddy thing we had could make longer bets. You used to be able to do that, but unfortunately we can't.
Thankfully we can just do a Discord poll at the moment though. So that's something. Yeah,
we can do a poll. For everyone who doesn't know that we are live on YouTube. Did it get... Oh no, it actually... Oh no, thank you, Jaygo already did it. Oh, Jaygo already did it. He already posted the link for the YouTube thing. Jaygo's amazing. Thank you, Jaygo. He already did it. Yeah, we're live in the Gathering Hall and YouTube. Amazing. Thank you, Jaygo. So I was just going to post it because I thought maybe you didn't do that one. But yes. Okay. So that was the first bit of news that we got directly from Square Enix. everything else pertaining to Square Enix recently, and specifically the sales of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which are still unknown to us, was some rumors, although from some people who had some insight, and what data we had from like Famitsu charts, the what's it called, NPD, the Cicada, whatever it's called, the US one, the UK European charts, and the PSN charts and stuff like that, to really that we had to give us a picture of what was going on with the sales for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The biggest indicator for the performance of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came from Square Enix themselves indirectly in the form of their silence. They said nothing at all about the sales, whereas pretty much every other Final Fantasy they announce the sales. I mean, they did with 16, they did with 7 Remake, 15. Going back before that, I'm not sure. I know they give updates about 14 and stuff like that. So for this to be one of their big key games, I mean, this is their flagship IP, and to be like completely radio silent, and a week passed, couple of weeks passed, people still speculating, arguing backwards and back and forwards, saying, oh well, it's got a high Metacritic, therefore it's gonna, it should sell well, which that, fortunately high Metacritic scores or high review scores doesn't equal, good sales. So, and there's a number of reasons why this game underperformed, but we can get into that later. First, I would like to, you and I, Jaygo, to go through Square Enix's financial report. Now, they gave us 2 things, actually, they gave us something else along with their financial report. We got their it's called their new medium-term business plan, financial year 2025/3 to 2027/3. So Jaygo, would you like to look at their medium-term business plan first before looking at the results?
I think the medium-term business plan would be better looked at after.
After?
Yeah, after.
Okay, let's do the results first.
The results are shorter.
The results are a little bit shorter. So what I've got here basically is their presentation slide. Now there are other documents that they give where it goes like into really detailed, like a lot of details into the different numbers and all of that. And I'm not good at interpreting that stuff, and it's kind of dry anyway. So we're not gonna look at that. But if anyone's got any insight of that and into that, or anything they would like to say, please let us know. Can everyone still see this, my screen in the Discord server? I don't know.
Yes.
It's on display. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's look here first.
You might want to zoom in a bit for the YouTube though.
Yeah. Okay. Not that one. This one. I'll close this thing on the side. How about I close this?
Yeah, click that at the top.
Okay, right. That's better. So we got their consolidated statement of fiscal year ended March 31st, 2024. So this is their full year results. Okay. Interestingly, they got an extra 58 employees. I didn't notice that bit before. But
yeah, they had.
No, it means it's.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're.
They
Oh no.
had an extra 58.
Wait, hang on. How it says 58 here when it's gone from 4,712 to? Oh no. Okay, no. Yeah, 58.
Yeah, I'm saying had because after this they announced
right. So
layoffs.
There's quite a number of Square Enix Ls we have to go through. So let's let's start with just their financial results. So we're going to bear in mind that during this last financial year that's gone, there are major games that have come out. I think they've actually got a little graphic further down.
They do have a graphic of their major games. I can say them out now.
Yeah.
So,
well, wait. We'll just quickly look at this. So this is their. This is actually better because this is by segment. You can see that digital entertainment is their biggest segment. That includes the mobile and console games. Then amusements, because they have a number of like amusements and cafes and stuff like that. Their publications, they publish manga and books. Merchandising, which we call the plushie department. Eliminations or unallocated. So I don't know what that is. What is that? Do you know what that is? Minus. It's gotta be, right?
I would imagine so.
Net sales, operating income. So you can see that operating income has gone down. Operating margins down. You can see here. You know, that's gone down. Even though their sales have gone up a bit. So that's the issue. Sales have gone up, but they've had a year with 2 major Final Fantasy games because they were both within the same fiscal year. And then their sales have gone down from the previous fiscal year. So it's wild. I'm going to skip over these things because I don't know how to interpret all this. So we're just going to leave that for the time being. Okay, so here's the graph of their sales. I mean, look, you can see 2022, 2020, 2023, 2024. Yeah, consolidated financial results, net sales up year over year. So we discussed that. So the sales are up slightly, right? Which is the dark blue bar here. You can see for all the years. So it's up. What they mean is it's up versus financial year 23. That's 356.3 billions of yen, whereas in 2023 it's 343.2 billions of yen. Right, so it says profits down, partly on content production account valuation / abandonment losses. So the abandonment losses, is that referring to that notification thing earlier, or is that something else?
Yes. Yeah, it's referring to the cancellations of many console games.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you can just see this graph and comparing 2022. Bear in mind these are financial years, not calendar years. 2022, 2023, 2024 is like a downward trend, basically, and a very steep downward trend for this financial year, which is not good. So their operating income is down significantly, profit is down extremely significantly. That's very worrying to investors, and the markets did respond to it. It's just like, and I've been, Jaygo, you know, I've been saying this for like, it must be years at this point. I've been saying Square Enix are grossly mismanaged. You know, I call them an L company because I'm like, they've got all these amazing IPs, all the amazing employees that make these games, and yet they're seeing losses like this. Fumbling. With a 92 Metacritic rated game.
Fumbling, yes.
This shouldn't be happening.
It's sad to see. Very sad to see.
It's very sad.
Especially when, yeah, you said they released 2 major Final Fantasy games. And, I mean, on top of that, they released the Pixel remasters that sold 3 million.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, that's multiple millions on just Final Fantasy this year, and they still lost so much. So much. It's baffling. And another game that was also very successful.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Monsters 3, Switch exclusive, and it sold like 1 million in a month, I think.
Yeah.
I think, and it sold like 500K in a week in Japan.
Yeah, it did.
So it was a very, very successful game.
Yeah.
And Star Ocean is another successful game because I don't remember the sales data, but I do know it was pretty high for what we would expect. Their expectations for the game is at least.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, obviously a budget title, but that charted fairly well. I remember in NPD
in America.
Yeah, but the month, I can't remember what month it was.
November,
and that month was the same month that
Mario.
No, not Mario.
Mario RPG.
Yeah, Mario RPG, and also Persona 5 Tactica, which did not appear anywhere in that month's NPD. So this appearing and that other game not appearing, it was significant because Star Ocean being
over the last few,
Star Ocean's a much smaller RP.
Years, Persona has been up.
Right, exactly.
Persona has been way up. So yeah, it's quite significant when Star Ocean has been very low.
Yeah, and
when it comes to user reception.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like the last new Star Ocean didn't do well. Star Ocean 6. So I think this put the little sort of remaster / remake thing they did actually sold better than Star Ocean 6. I mean, I don't know the exact sales figures.
I'm not sure.
But it did. It probably got a much better return on investment anyway. That's for sure.
Each barrier.
We did get some
for Japan.
Yeah, for Japan. We did get some news from the parent company of Tri-Ace, who makes Star Ocean, the main one. It's not the remake that was just done. That the game wasn't a complete flop, luckily, because they went into financial difficulties, but it seems that it did well enough for them. So that's good news, because it was looking a little bit dicey there for yeah, it's a budget game, Mousy. Star Ocean is definitely budget. Nobody's arguing that. Star Ocean is definitely a budget game. We can see I wish they had spent more money on their goddamn main guy's hair. I don't know why he has to have a mullet is beyond me. One of the worst hair I've ever seen on any protagonist ever. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. This just looks terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And it just needs to do better character designs. Character designs anyway, that aside, Star Ocean, we're not, they've got to do Mousy, look at I don't know if you played that game. Look at the main guy, the guy's hair. He has a mullet. Yes, because you can play there's a demo of that game. I played the demo. No, it's not, Mousy. It's not. Mousy, you have extraordinarily bad taste in hair if you think that's a fine haircut. And you just don't like that he's not Sephiroth. Sephiroth has an amazing flowing mane of hair, right?
Sephiroth's hair is incredible. You can't compare a guy in a mullet to Sephiroth.
So even Jaygo admits it.
You can't compare Sephiroth's hair to some guy in a mullet.
Mullets are not in. Do you have a mullet? Well, the truth's out now. Now we know the truth. Mario DK has a mullet. Yeah, Sephiroth has probably some of the most amazing hair in gaming. Basically, I think so.
By the way,
yes.
As far as we know, physically in Japan, Star Ocean 2 has outsold it by 9K.
Oh, shut up! Did it? Oh god, it did. That's wild. Star Ocean 2, the remake of the game, I think was that was a PS1 game. I want to say, was it PS1? So it was a really old game. And it's a sort of it's like more of a PS1 remake than just a remaster. It's like they put little sprites on like a full 3D background. And it looks really nice. So in Japan,
6 had a PS5 version. When 6 launched, Well, when 6 launched, PS4 was still selling more software than PS5.
True, yeah, because this was
in 2022.
A couple of years ago, yeah. So yeah, Star Ocean 2 remake, 66,212. Star Ocean 6 total across all platforms, and Star Ocean 6 was 57,047. That's the data we have. As far as we know.
From niche barrier. Yeah,
from niche barrier. So it's not. That won't be everything it's sold physically.
Up to date either.
It's just everything that was in the top. That appears 30. In the top 30. So we have to. You just have to wait. We'll have to wait until we get the white paper or whatever.
Full numbers.
Yeah, the full numbers. I think it's later this month actually for 2023. But the ones for 2022 we should already have. So it depends whether Niche Barrier updated that particular piece of data or not. But anyway, you can see that it sold more, basically, which is not really what you want to be happening when the Star Ocean 6 would have definitely cost more to make than Star Ocean 2. But then again, we might see more Star Ocean remakes that in the vein of 2. Basically, because it probably was a really good investment.
Will it be in like the Famitsu top 100? That's what you meant? Or...
Well, there's a top 1,000 software sales that's released once a year.
Right.
So it will probably Famitsu does do a top 100, but there's a top 1,000 as well.
Alright, I'll take a look at that then.
At that one. You can normally only see it on
install base.
Yeah, that's right. But we don't have the one for last year yet. I think we'll get it soon because what they do is they because you have to pay for them, so they have to raise funds to buy them, and then they.
Okay, so they've already released the top 100.
Yeah, the top 100 is released by Famitsu. So yeah, but except if it wasn't in the top, if it's not in the that top 100, then we don't know how it did.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So I guess that's why Star Ocean 2 has 42k on Switch. It's the only one that's in the top 100.
Oh, it's in the top 100. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, just the Switch version. PS4 and PS5 aren't in there.
Right. But yeah, anyway, it did a lot better than Star Ocean 6. So hopefully Trius can come back from that and do better with their next game, and Star Ocean 6 did well enough for them. They're not going bankrupt, which is kind of people were concerned about that, but yeah, it seems they're okay at the moment. Okay, let me click that thing there. Right, what is this Fo on our Discord server is a very big fan of Kamen Rider and has these gifs ready all the time. I don't know how you find these. He gives these Kamen Rider gifs to post on our Discord server. It's very funny. Mousy says, yeah, they probably didn't spend much on it. On the no, that remake definitely didn't cost that much to make. It looks very nice, but it's definitely a budget game. 1000 Year J2 says, what happens when you cut a square in half? You get an LX.
You get LNX.
LNX. I don't get
it. Yeah, because if you cut a square in half diagonally, you get an L. Like a right angle triangle. Oh,
I see. Okay, yeah. That's why J2 put the drum emoji there. Yeah, I think there's a sound effect for that. The drum roll. But yeah, double L. Yeah, they're a very L company. But we're going to look at the rest of their financial statement right here. Okay, so here's the digital entertainment, Jaygo. Digital entertainment. Can I what is this? Is this fit to page?
That fits it to the screen.
Oh, that's too small now. Okay, let's. I want to press down. Right. So this is not looking good for the digital entertainment, which is their biggest section of their company, right? So net sales up, but profits down year over year despite major HD releases, partially due to a year-over-year decline in MMO and games for smart devices / PC browser sub-segment sales, and higher development costs, amortization, and content production account valuation losses. So, Jaygo, what do you think about this, and what is your interpretation of this? I mean,
this is depressing.
It is.
This is depressing.
2 Final Fantasy games. Mainline.
That's all I have. That's all I have to say. This is depressing.
Those games.
On the next.
Yeah.
On the next slide, you'll see all the games that they've released this year.
Yeah.
And there's 1, 2, 3 clearly successful games here.
Yeah.
Well, they count the Pixel remaster as one, I guess. But yeah. So
well, one skip. But when they do that 3 million, they're talking about each individual
game put together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, that would be 12 units altogether, because I bought it digital and physical.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it, though. Don't open that physical copy.
Yeah, especially that collector's edition.
That collector's edition was sweet. The only thing we was missing there was an extra book that the Japanese version got.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is very depressing because, as I was saying before, the Pixel remaster very successful. FF16 started off successful. We're gonna skip over Infinity Strash. Star Ocean seems to be successful. Dragon Quest Monsters 3 clearly successful.
Listen, we don't need to hang on a minute. You're giving them out. We're not skipping over Infinity Strash. Let me tell you something, right?
No. I'm talking about successful games.
No. I want to talk about Infinity Strash. Because I want to know how in the hell do you miss a whole ass anime that's 100? That anime is running for bloody ages. Whole ass anime that's running for 100 episodes, and you miss it by a mile. And you release the game, and when you release the game, it hasn't even got the whole story of the anime in it, and it hasn't even got scenes from the anime in it. It's got stills. How'd you do that? And by the time that game came out, nobody gave a toss. I'm trying not to swear. Nobody cared, and the anime is good. I've seen it.
Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. Everyone needs to go watch that. It's so good.
It's good.
I was so upset when it finished after 100 episodes. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Watching it weekly for 3 years straight, and having to go through the Toei hack and waiting like 3 months for another episode. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
That anime is very well worth it.
It's a good anime. I watched it in Japanese and I didn't understand a lot of it, because I'm still learning. Apart from when I first started, it's one of the hardest ones I've actually done, because a lot of the characters use like archaic. Some of the characters that are meant to be like demon kings and stuff, and they're old, and they use this like archaic language and stuff like that. That's not like normal. I mean, nobody talks like the way they talk in the anime. Like nobody talks like that. But it was good. I still I enjoyed like the main story beats, but some of the details are lost on me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very well animated. Very well animated.
That's how Toei do.
It looked really good because I've seen clips of the original one. Obviously, I haven't watched the original one, but it looked
like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, but the character designs were largely the same, but they just they really pop in the this is Toei. They really I thought it really stood out. I thought it really popped. Oh God damn it, Jaygo! You did it again! You did it again!
Me?
Did
What
it
have
get,
I done?
yes.
You interrupted me.
You
to talk
started an
about
anime.
Infinity
You
Trash.
started an anime sidetrack. I said there would be no anime
No,
sidetrack, and you just started one.
You did it
No,
yourself.
you
did it
did
yourself.
it.
You did it yourself.
You did it. Roll
You
the
literally
tape.
did it yourself.
He did it.
You
Jaygo brought up Infinity Trash. So that
You
no,
literally done it yourself. And
no,
I
you
brought up
did it.
Infinity Trash. No, I was here talking about their successful games, right? And then
Right?
you're
No,
like,
I had to
let's
talk.
skip over Infinity Trash
You
because
should.
I need to talk about it. Blah
No,
blah blah blah
no,
blah.
I had to talk.
Yeah,
I
so
had
just,
to.
so
But no,
just,
but then
so
you
just
turned it into
interrupt every.
it started like
just
that, and then you
interrupt
turned
everything I
it.
said.
You see, he turned it into an anime sidetrack. I said there'll be no
I
anime.
did not because you
sidetracks.
started mentioning the anime.
Yeah, Mousy, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so Infinity
Trash. The
Trash
chat can tell you that you.
Infinity. I don't care what chat says. Infinity Trash was not a successful game. Well, the reason I mentioned the reason I actually meant the anime because as Jaygo said, it was running for like 3 years.
Yeah.
How did you miss the entire time that anime was on and really and how what time was there between the anime ending and the game coming out? Do you know?
I don't remember, but I don't remember.
It was probably quite a while, right? The game came out.
I think it was about 5 months.
The game came out end of last year.
Yeah, it came out September 2023.
Yeah. And at that time, I don't think anyone cared about that. But like I said, yes, okay, I did mention the anime.
I was very wrong. It's 11 months.
Was it? What? It's nearly a year. Oh, no wonder then. Oh my god.
11 months. Wow.
Whoa, they missed man. Oh my god. This is what I mean about Square Enix. Like,
I mean, this game was announced. This game was announced. It was announced early on, but it just took a while.
Yeah.
The game. But I mean, seeing the results makes you wonder what the hell did all the time go to.
Yeah. So I haven't played the game. Have you?
No, I've watched
some of it.
I've watched some gameplay. I watched the trailers. I was like, this is not the game I felt I was promised.
Yeah, when they
announced it.
So it's a letdown compared to, like I said, yes, I did mention. I'm fine. Mousy, I mentioned the anime. The anime is very, very high quality. It is very, very well made. I thought it was very, very well done. Personally, it doesn't match the quality of the anime. First, as a game is okay. See, I mean, that's the thing. The game, it was an okay game that released nearly a year after the anime finished. An anime basically that's not like on a break or hiatus. It's completely done because it's the end of. It's literally the end of the story. There will be no more. It's the end of the obviously it was a manga that was already an anime. They just remade it. They just remade it for like modern times.
As far as I know, the original anime never got to the end of the manga.
Oh, did it not? I
don't believe so. But yeah, they finally finished it this time.
Oh, that's good. So, I didn't know that. But yeah, so it definitely reached the end, and it had a conclusion.
It was very conclusive.
It was very conclusive. So to not live up to that, and then as far as I know, the game doesn't go to the end of the story where the anime goes. So,
which is so stupid.
Which is bad. Well, so the thing is like because of those reasons, it got really bad word of mouth. It got really bad word of mouth, and it like really affected the sales.
It also had bad opening.
You mean the sales?
Yeah.
Yeah, what it was really low. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was extremely low. It was like 35k, or like 40k.
Ouch. That's
like, let me see. That's 24,000 on Switch, 9,000 on PS5, and 5,000 on PS4.
God damn, that's terrible.
That's like
it's a bomber.
That's like 3% of what Dragon Quest sells.
Yeah. A game associated with Dragon Quest shouldn't be that low.
Selling less, shouldn't be selling 40,000 across all platforms.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. This game came out on 3 platforms, not including PC, because we're physical sales. It was on Xbox. it's basically non-existent.
Not counting PC and Xbox.
But yeah, PC is obviously digital only, so it's pretty bad for a game that came out on so many platforms as well. And yeah, I think Square Enix really dropped the ball on that one, and I think they dropped the ball on Dragon Quest in general in recent years. I think, if you want my honest opinion, I think Dragon Quest Monsters 3 was a success in spite of Square Enix what they've done, because that game launched with like a number of issues, which some were patched, but you know, it shouldn't have launched like that. And I feel like it did well in spite of that stuff going to.
Dragon Quest Monsters 3 launched with issues. I thought it had a day 1 patch.
Was the patch day 1? I thought it was after.
I remember people in the server saying that the game doesn't play like the demo because the demo ran terribly.
Oh, okay. So maybe it did do. Maybe they did improve it a bit over the demo, but you know, that stuff can contribute to bad word of mouth. But the game, like I said, the game did well in spite of all of that. I think because Dragon Quest Monsters just had a really big following in Japan anyway. Though people really like that spin-off series, and there hadn't been one in like ages
since the DS.
So there wasn't even one on the 3DS.
Well, there was Dragon Quest Joker. I think that's a spin-off of the series. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't think those ones had released outside of Japan.
Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. Yeah, they didn't release outside of Japan, no.
Yeah, so Dragon Quest Joker was DS.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, it says Dragon Quest Dice should come to Xbox. It's the home of JRPGs. It is on Xbox. That's the one they put on Xbox. I think because it is action based, they put it on. I dread to think what that even sold on Xbox, but when it did so badly on on everything else, probably didn't do well. Melody K says, when I say Mr. Boat, I mean having big successes 1 million plus. Oh, okay, so I see the other bit. Outside of Asano, so referring to Team Asano, they've completely missed the Switch boat. I think in many ways Square Enix has, and that ties into what we're going to talk about here. So yeah, so you can quite clearly see here in the graph, down. I can't remember what major. Okay, no, so no, I do remember actually. Forspoken was in 2023 financial year. That would have been in the previous financial year, right?
Right. Yes. That was the AAA game of last FY. Yes.
And then what do they have in 2022 financial year?
Octopath Traveler 2.
Right, yeah, but triple. Well, when you remember, I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember.
No, they haven't had AAA released since 2020.
They must have something in 20.
Before Forspoken.
They must have something in 22.
No, because in 2019 they had Kingdom Hearts 3. In 2020 they had FF7, and then in 2023 they had Forspoken and FF16, and this year they've had FF7 Rebirth.
So what was their biggest game of 2022?
The Nier Automata port on Switch. I don't know.
Anyone knows, please.
I'm trying to remember back to then.
Because I can't remember.
2022 Triangle Strategy.
Valkyrie was not a big game.
Triangle Strategy.
Triangle Strategy. I mean, that was a small game as well. That wasn't a
That
big.
game
Wasn't a
sold
big game.
buckets.
It sold well for what it was, but it wasn't like a big. Maybe what, like 500,000 or something.
No, it sold over 1 million.
Did it?
Yes.
Or maybe I'm thinking of
It sold 800,000 in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, so it's like a more like a million seller. I don't know how it did it on PC. Did
Well,
it?
after it came to PC, I think Square Enix updated it to 1.1k, 1.1
Okay.
mil.
So
But
over a million for that one game, which probably
yeah,
didn't cost that much to develop. In like they probably got a good return on investment. Um, and I don't know what else they
Star
had.
Ocean,
Oh,
Valkyrie
Crisis
Elysium,
Core Remaster.
Geofield,
Was that year when
Dragon
they had
Quest
to where they
Treasures.
just
Yeah,
put up
it's
a
the game.
whole load of
It's the game where this is their release schedule that year. Well, I'm not
so
gonna do it in order, but so Star Ocean, The Divine Force, Harvestella, Dragon Quest Treasures, Valkyrie Elysium, The Geofield Chronicle, The Sentinel Case, Voice of Cards, there was two Voice of Cards games, Stranger of Paradise, Crisis Core, Chrono Cross, Babylon's Mid, Triangle Strategy, Tactics Ogre, Chocobo GP, Outriders World Slayer,
oh yeah, I forgot
Life
about
is
that.
Strange Remaster Collection, Dragon Quest X DLC, I think. No, just Dragon Quest X offline,
That's another
and
fortunate thing that they've done.
Power Wash Simulator,
Not releasing it
and
outside of Japan.
and Bravely Default mobile game.
Yeah, which I think since closed down, didn't it? Isn't that the one they closed down? It wasn't
I'm
released
not
outside
sure.
Japan and they closed it down. Yeah, so their
I'm not
mobile
sure.
games are not doing good. Power Wash Simulator did do good.
Yeah, they also released Romancing Saga.
Okay, like a remaster.
Yeah, and Near Automata on Switch.
Okay, so there was
Oh
like,
yes, Various Daylife.
yeah, everyone like that's a Team Asano game. Like people.
It's probably the worst
It's
selling
probably their
game
worst
ever.
one. I imported a physical copy of that because I wanted a physical copy of every single Team Asano game, which I almost have one of all of them. Not quite. I haven't finished the collection. So yeah, I think I'm just missing maybe like Bravely Second or something. Okay, so yeah, so that's the where's that page gone again?
Oh yeah, so 2022 had a lot of game releases.
Yeah, like just like scattershot almost, like scattershot, like just. The Octopath mobile game is still alive, actually. Funnily enough, it is, and they released that worldwide, so it must be doing okay.
So they started the year off with Babylon's Fall, March 3rd. Terrible game.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting game. And then they ended the year with Paranormal.
Oh yeah, I heard that's good. I think J Alpha said it was good.
I think that's the 2023. No wait, that's the 2023 fiscal year. I was doing the wrong one. I was doing the wrong fiscal year this whole time.
Oh.
So they started fiscal year 2022 off with no way.
What?
Balan Wonderworld.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Square Enix. Oh, Square Enix and their L's, man. The thing is, their L's are so juicy. Hang on a second. I need to turn all the lights. It's dark in my house. I need to turn my lights on.
So they started the year off with Balan Wonderworld, and then they released Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory on PC. Oh, and then they released all those Kingdom Hearts games on PC. And then they did Saga Frontier, and then Near Replicant. Then they did the PS5 version of FF14 and the PS5 version of FF7R. Okay. And then they released Legend of Mana, and then Neo: The World Ends With You.
They sent out to die.
My heart breaks for that game. It's so good. Everyone needs to play it. And then they released the Pixel remasters on PC and mobile. And then they released Bravely Default 2 on PC.
Right.
And then after Bravely Default 2, it was more pixel remasters, and then Neo the World Ends With You, Dungeon Encounters, a collection of Saga, Final Fantasy Legend, a voice of card game, and more pixel remasters, and more pixel remasters. And they finished the year off with Final Fantasy VI pixel remaster. So that's probably why that one's super high.
Yeah.
Because of
just the amount of games.
I'm going to imagine it's because of Kingdom Hearts going to PC, maybe.
Only Epic's Game Store, by the way, still not on Steam to this day.
Yeah.
Like this company.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the best-selling game on the Epic Game Store.
Probably. Also, they got Fortnite, but I guess you're not really selling now. Though.
The release of Nier Replicant, that was also a big seller. That sold over 1 million.
Okay.
FF7 on PS5, that sold a lot with the DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the pixel remasters, as we know, the voice of cards games, those are successful as well.
Yeah.
So they had multiple successes, but not anything brand new that's giant.
Yeah. So the games that came out more recently, the AAA games obviously have like.
And they also didn't cancel 10 million games to lose 22 billion yen.
Yeah. So
if they didn't cancel all those games last fiscal year, then they would have been on par with last year's. No, they would have been ahead of last year's operating income.
Balan Wonderworld made by criminal Yuji Naka. Where's the lie, Jaygo? He's a convicted criminal. Okay, so let's look closely at digital entertainment. We did mention some of these games already. So HT Games launched multiple titles, including titles featuring key IP. Net sales 99.2 billion yen. The prior financial year was 78.5 billion, so it's up 20.7 billion yen year over year. Operating loss 8.1 billion. Prior year operating loss was 4.1 billion, so it was up 4 billion yen year over year. So the one thing that is an asterisk to add in is that the way Square Enix accounts for their development costs is they just dump it all in one financial year. They'll dump it all in one quarter once the game releases. So they did do that for all their games, but obviously Final Fantasy 16 and Rebirth would have had way higher development costs than the rest of the games on this list here, which includes pixel remasters. This is the PS4 and Switch versions of those games, and as we mentioned, Dragon Quest The Adventure Die, Divinity Strash, Star Ocean Second Story R, Dragon Quest Monsters 3, Foam Stars as well, and Rebirth. So
which was also sent out to die.
What, Foam Stars?
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
do you know?
That game
hold up.
Don't
you remember this game was a PS Plus thing?
Yeah, sent out to die.
And they advertised it in at least one or two what do we call it? PS showcase. It was announced in a PS showcase, and then it was in another like a state of play or whatever. I do agree that they sent it out to die, in the sense that
they should have cancelled it.
The game, probably should have cancelled it actually. The game wasn't on PC, so they made a live service game, and decided to have it exclusively on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, no PC version, which is just. I honestly don't know what is going on with Square Enix when they make a decision like that. I just don't get it. It's like how when they did that what was it called, the first Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, it was only on mobile. They never ported that anywhere, and it got shut down. I think like in a year or something like that. They didn't even put it on PlayStation 4. I just don't understand what is going on with their decision making. It's really bizarre. And the way they launched the Pixel remasters. Oh, first it was on mobile and PC, and then we're doing one game at a time, and then years later, after people begging, then we put them on PS4 and Switch. Like, I just don't understand why the staggered release and the beta tests and everything. You know, they're not like a little rinky-dink indie company. They don't need to be making their games like that. It's kind of strange to me that they did
Especially
that.
6 mainline games in their biggest IP.
Yeah, I don't think they care about these old ones as much, unfortunately. Even though they are mainline games in their biggest IP, they don't care about the old ones as much because they're not going to make them as much money. But these aren't new games they was making they weren't like making these games from scratch. Because I know that when they do the sort of the Asano games, they kind of like put out like a demo and ask for feedback and stuff like that. But when they did that, those were like new games, like with new gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. These were already done games. They were already done games that they made improvements to them, gameplay improvements. They redid pretty much redid all the pixel art in the game, because if you compare it to the original, they look very different. So they've done them well, but then some people are kind of annoyed that it hasn't got some of the content from like the Game Boy Advance versions and stuff like this. So people are annoyed about that. So they didn't put that content in the games. A foe says VTubers collab couldn't save Foam Stars. Yeah, yes, I did hear they did one of the VTuber groups did a thing. Yeah, they streamed a game and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that Foam Stars had a number of issues. Now, I did try out the open beta when they had that. Was it earlier this year? Or was it last year?
It was in October.
Last year, and
October.
There was a lot of like network issues, like with disconnections. So I only got to play one match because of that issue. But so I put that stuff to the side because that's like, oh, okay, you know, obviously it's a beta test. But just the gameplay, I had issues with like the actual gameplay itself. Personally, I didn't like the way the game played still, and I thought there was like some, like for example, they were being so hard to tell what's going on and like just read what's going on because the two phone colors being so close to each other and like both like a glowing sort of neon, and then everything else being dark because you're meant to be like a Las Vegas town, so it's all dark, it's perpetually dark outside and all just like illuminations. And I found the visibility so low with the phone, which piles up, you know. I couldn't tell what was going on. And then the other thing is that when you do respawn, you're like right on the other, like you're at the end of the map, and you have to like travel all the way back there. Now you do have like a surfboard, and you have the surfboard, so it's faster than walking, but it's not like. And we have to make the comparison, okay? Right, in Splatoon, you can super jump and you just go straight back to where you were. They don't have a mechanic like that in Foam Stars. So you literally have to travel all the way back across the map to get in, and the spawn point they was just in one place. So yeah, and there was issue like spawn camping in a game I played. That you can I watched some footage where people were spawn camping because of the way the maps were done. But you played the beta as well, Jaygo. Can you see?
Yeah, it was terrible.
What was terrible about it?
Game visibility, the gameplay itself. So like, it's not fun to, you know, shoot your bubble guns. It wasn't fun to maneuver around the stages. It wasn't fun getting into fights. The game wasn't fun, and that's reloading wasn't fun, and it wasn't useful either.
There's that too.
So,
the reloading. When you reload, your character slows right, like
your character slows right down.
It slows right down. Yeah. So you can move, but you move really like a snail's pace.
Really slowly.
Yeah.
Really slowly.
And it's completely unavoidable.
And I also just don't like how hero shooters work anyway. So
yeah, that's the other thing. Is the hero shooter thing. Actually, I wasn't.
Yeah, Foam Stars sucks.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, Foam Stars will never be good. They need to hurry up, release all that content, and cut their losses, and send Toy Logic to make a new Nier game, or send Toy Logic to remaster Drakengard 3. That would be great. Drakengard 3 remaster and a Drakengard 1 remake. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much, Square Enix.
Yeah, well, I'm doing that.
That's what Toy Logic should be doing, not Foam Stars.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Especially with the way.
You never know. They want money, and I'd give them money for that.
Yeah, but I mean, with the way Square Enix has changed up things recently, I don't know. I mean, they might still do stuff. I'm not going to write off completely, but yeah, they're still going to be making content for.
They can just do it by marketing it as a Nier game, because that's what they are.
Yeah, well, they're doing Foam Stars right now, there you
go. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cut your damn losses.
I mean, they should.
Just tell them release all the content, in this next season. Release it all, and then we'll tell them, hey, we're gonna shut the game down in, not 6 months. We're gonna shut the game down in 2 months.
Dang.
There. We're gonna shut the game down in 2 months and tell Toy Logic to get back in the kitchen and work with Yoko Taro.
They've promised a year of content, at least a year of content on Foam Stars.
Okay, you know what you can do? You can release that year's worth in season 2.
But they cut. It's not gonna all be done. How can they all release it in?
Because they would have developed all of that before they launched the game.
No, they're probably still developing stuff. Some of it probably won't all be done, Jaygo.
There
might be new stages. New stages, new characters, and new.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt they're
they're probably still working on it, and I
highly doubt that.
So what do you think they're doing then, Jaygo? What are they doing?
Just releasing stuff. Just
okay.
Pressing
well,
button
listen,
release this. I
mean, look, I agree that they should
fix it quick.
I agree that they should cut their losses with that game. I think it was kind of DOA. I'm going to be honest with you.
If they're still working on it, they need to put it on mobile. And PC.
Jaygo, thank you. I said that. I said, why is this game not on? I said PC and mobile. That's what I said.
That's what they should be doing if they're still working on it, which they aren't, because Toy Logic have, they have skill. They can make a good game.
Yeah, but this is just like Square Enix.
They can make fun.
We want a Splatoon clone. We've seen what Splatoon's done in Japan. We want that
to make a damn fun game.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna copy it, but not. We're gonna leave all the stuff that makes the gameplay more smooth in Splatoon. We're gonna leave all that stuff out. So no super jumps, no reloading whilst you're swimming or on their surfboard. You've got to slow right down and reload. And also we're going to make it a hero shooter so that we can sell our expensive ass skins that were like $40 or whatever. They cost more than the goddamn game.
Yeah, it costs more than Splatoon 3.
No, I mean they cost more than Foam Stars.
Yeah, they also cost more than Splatoon 3 when we saw them.
Splatoon 3 is not $40.
At the time, yes, it was. So the skin was like $43.99.
Well, I don't know where you was looking, but I mean the official
Nintendo eShop.
Oh, was it on sale? Oh, wow, okay, yes, fine. It was on sale at that time.
Hence why, when they showed us the skin, Splatoon 3 was cheaper.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, like I feel like with Foam Stars in particular, they just missed the boat on so many things that and like they like it's like they was okay, let's make a kind of a game like Splatoon, but they should have copied it more. They should have copied it more closely and copied all the stuff that makes Splatoon good and fun. And
there's nothing that can make Foam Stars good. Foam Stars will forever be dead.
And to do this and make it pick PS4 and PS5
Foam Stars
exclusive.
Needs to stay deader than Japan Studio.
Oh my god! Opening a wound. Opening a wound. Talking about Japan Studio.
Foam Stars needs to go the way of Japan Studio yesterday.
Oh man.
They need to.
Oh man, yeah.
Alright, Jodie, talk about Rebirth now.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's so these are all the games that came out. So Rebirth launched on February 29th this year, and we got no announcement of at all. There was like literally, it was complete radio silence. We looked at like publicly available data from like NPD and Famitsu and stuff like that, and in particular in Japan it did extremely poorly versus other Final Fantasy installments, including 16. Did significantly worse than 16, and it was crazy down over Remake, which obviously this is a direct sequel to but you basically have to play Remake first to play this game basically. And I feel like there's just so many mistakes that they made with just conceptualizing this as a 3-part remake in the first place, of like, you know, a 30-year-old game or something like that, you know, that's directly references that game, that kind of assumes you played that game as well, and it's kind of like muddled with like the target audience is like aging out, and kind of like my opinion on this really with Final Fantasy, and like including like just like Final Fantasy overall, because when I saw comments from like Yoshi P and some of the producers of Final Fantasy 16, it's like, oh well, we wanted to reach a bigger audience with 16, but they did things counterintuitive to that, like raising the age rating it was raised in pretty much every region, and they making it PS5 exclusive, of course. So I think this is what we're seeing with Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth as well, that the Final Fantasy IP isn't what it was. It's not the PS1 and PS2 days, but Square Enix seems to still do business like it's, you know, 1997 or something.
So I would like to push back against one of these things.
Okay.
Which is where you said the counterintuitive, where I mean their goal with FF16 is just to reach a younger audience. So
well, I said I didn't say younger. I said larger. I said larger audience. They have said that they said
they wanted to reach a younger audience.
Yeah. I did say grow.
You said it's counterintuitive by increasing the age rating.
Yeah, but I said from my opinion, it feels counterintuitive to say you want to reach a bigger audience and I did two things: raise the age rating and then also make it PS5 exclusive. So I said grow, yes. But yeah, you can include the younger. I know they came with some like, you know, the surveys they'd done and stuff like that, and they did feel
they know their fan base is like 30+.
Yeah. So I
So aiming for 18-year-olds is going
yeah,
for a younger audience.
yeah. I think the
And they have since said that they successfully done that.
yeah, right, yeah, yeah. I know. I wasn't like contending. I didn't even bring that up actually. I was just talking about just like growing. They want to grow. This is the larger point I was going to make, and tying in Rebirth with this, right? Like overall, Final Fantasy as a franchise has been shrinking, not growing, right? In recent years, and I feel like it's the franchise is at complete saturation on PlayStation. There is no room for it to grow on PlayStation. I just don't think it's possible. They've reached all the. I feel like they've reached all the audience that they're going to reach on PlayStation, and then moreover to that, like confounding it even further, really, is the fact that is what they did with Final Fantasy 7, the Final Fantasy 7 remake series, right? First of all, the it being on PS, obviously the first one was on PS4, right? And then the second part is exclusive to PS5. Obviously it's a completely different platform, and basically it's a direct sequel to that. You have to have played remake. You know, you're going to get diminishing returns on that, because you can just look at the data of like other Final Fantasy games that had direct sequels
in general.
Yeah, and sequels in general, of course. But for Final Fantasy in particular, I mean, Square Enix, obviously they've got probably more accurate data than what we have access to. But they obviously already knew that was going to happen. So having it spread across, like, you know, this series is probably going to be like, you know, about 10 years for the whole thing. You know, expecting people to follow on and like get, you know, each installment over that period of time. I think probably what happened is a lot of people just got their fill of like the nostalgia of, oh wow, look, as Melody K says, oh look, it's this Cloud and Tifa and Sephiroth in HD. You know, they got that with the first game, so they didn't feel the need to go and play this, the next installment. So I think like it's a franchise that's at saturation on PlayStation, because it's not PS1 and PS2 days. The PlayStation audiences kind of like moved on a little bit, in the sense of like, you look at the, you know, Sony's actual first party output, you know, it's these like big cinematic Western games, which obviously, you know, Final Fantasy is not, I mean, they're big AAA games, but they're not like exactly in the style of those games. So the audience kind of tastes and have changed, and it's like the audience, like, because you think about, you go back and look at those older Final Fantasies, you know, it was a lot of kids and younger people buying them, and they have grown up, you know, with Final Fantasy. That's why you have people like in their 30s and 40s that would be, you know, probably interested in a remake of a game that they played when they were like 14 or something like that, you know. But I feel like they haven't followed through with that by what I think they should. What I feel like they should have done is like follow through with it, and then you need to keep replenishing the younger people basically as people age up. But they haven't done that. They've followed this path with on top of that increasing development costs over the years, and so they're you know, the part 3 is going to be, you know, it's going to be it's not going to look good, you know. And I know there's been some people saying, oh well, they're not going to make part 3. No, there's no way they will skip and not make part 3, because they would never recover.
That would be the worst.
It would be the worst decision. Even if they lost money, I think for like the sake of the company and PR and the reputation and good faith in fans and stuff. They have to finish it. In my opinion, like even if they end up losing money on it, it would be so much. It would be so much of a worse look to. I just don't know if the Final Fantasy brand could recover from that. I mean, you look what happened with 14,
think the company
right?
could recover.
I don't know about the company. About 14, they sunk everything into saving that game, and it worked, and they did it, right? So, and that was because like that was a mainline Final Fantasy game. They couldn't that would like bring down the whole brand.
Yeah, public apology.
Yeah, they did a public apology and all that stuff. So I think they absolutely do have to finish it, and I think whatever they've planned is probably what they're going to end up following through with, to be honest with you. What do you think, Jaygo?
I think the Final Fantasy VII remake project was a good idea for the fans, but I mean, at least so far, seeing the outcome of Rebirth, making it exclusive to PlayStation was a bad idea. Although, I mean, I was going to say, although, I mean, realistically, putting it on Xbox isn't going to help. Putting it on Switch isn't realistic without
not at this time.
Irritating people with a cloud edition.
They didn't mind with Kingdom Hearts. A lot of people were irritated about that.
People didn't mind.
No, I said they didn't mind, as in Square Enix didn't mind. People did mind about that. They were very annoyed.
Look. The Kingdom Hearts Cloud Edition is a completely different can of worms. We can open another time.
What?
So yeah, I think putting this game on Steam day one would have helped them.
Yes.
So much.
Yes.
Although we were saying before, me and Jay Arthur were saying before, I don't think PC would save them completely.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, not necessarily save them completely, because the fact that the first
PC gamers don't buy games at full price.
Yeah, the PC market is very price sensitive. I think the fact that that remake wasn't like it was such a long wait from it being Epic Games Store exclusive and then release. Like you're not keeping good faith with the PC market. Really, the players there, they're not going to have faith that you're going to bring the games in any sort of timely fashion, especially when the exclusivity windows are announced. You know, there'll be a date there, right? And the 3
months or Rebirth is up at the end of this month. Yeah,
and then eventually when the games are coming to PC way longer than that, way after that. So you know they get. This is probably why Sony's making those contracts shorter, because like Square Enix is just giving them free exclusivity anyway. So why pay for a whole year when you saw, well, here's 3 months? They're going to give us 9 months free anyway, most likely. I don't know, that game is probably not going to come in the PC version. Probably not going to come next year.
I think. Well, after their other announcements, I think it's highly likely that Rebirth goes to Xbox and PC next year.
Yes. Well, remake first, and then remake needs to go first.
I mean, they could just do both
at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they release them at the same time, but I guess they could.
They could just do both and give them like a month promotion. Be like, oh, if you get remake, you get half off on Rebirth. I don't know.
Yeah, depends how long. I mean,
kind of like what Nintendo does with Bayonetta.
The thing is, Jaygo, is that like they would have to be doing those ports right now, because it takes like a year to port a game.
They are.
You think they're doing Xbox ports right now? They've started.
Yeah. I mean, remember the whole restructuring stuff started last fiscal year. So I'm what's the word? I'm
You think
I'm confident that they've already started the porting process.
Wow, you have a lot of confidence in Square Enix that I don't have.
I mean, look. Now's the time for. Well, I mean, look, they showed us their medium-term business plan that we haven't got to yet.
That we haven't got to yet. We're gonna do it in a bit.
They showed us it, so this is really the first thing that, well, second thing that Kiryu seems to be directly involved in when it comes to big decisions. The first thing being FF14 on Xbox.
Yeah. No, I don't think that was him, because that would have been in the works for years. Because first of all, they announced it years ago. Anyway,
years
ago. So they must have been working.
They couldn't get on.
Yeah, but
Microsoft
I don't think I know Microsoft and their nonsense. I don't think that was due to Airbrushed Kiryu-san. I don't think it was him, his driving force that got that game onto Xbox. Not saying he didn't. He's the face of Square. We're gonna talk about Airbrushed Kiryu-san in a second. Where's Mousy? Mousy gone? She gone? Mousy's here. Mousy. We're gonna do an Airbrushed Kiryu-san appreciation segment.
Appreciation.
Yes.
Look, I have confidence in the guy. Now, there's nothing for me to appreciate him for yet.
There's nothing for you to appreciate. Me and Mousy will.
What? You're making no sense right now.
I'm going to read some of these comments. Rolucci says, it's interesting to see Final Fantasy as a franchise degrade over the years, even when they deliver quality products. I don't see what they can do to reach out to a larger audience. 16 and especially Rebirth are amazing, but the market just isn't interested. I agree about 16.
I would. Look, Jodie, you're not the market. You're not the target audience.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
You're not.
I
audience.
am the exact target audience. I am the exact age range that they're. You're a young whippersnapper. Doesn't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'm the target age range for this. I'm the target age range.
You are not. I'm
not 18. I'm not 18.
You are over their target audience. Way over their target audience. Their target audience are 18 to 24-year-olds.
Look, that's not their that is not their target audience, Jaygo.
Making a game that's PEGI 18, saying we want a younger audience than our current fan base.
Okay,
we want to capture a younger audience.
Yeah, well, look. I'm gonna be honest with you. They need to grow their audience. They do need younger people. You certainly do need younger people to replace the people that are aging out. But they didn't want to get rid of the oldie audience. Yes, you're right. Because they can't, because that is most of the audience. Even though they did grow, get some additional of the younger people with 16. Like the bulk of their audience is still like this one, my age, not your age, Jaygo.
Okay, you're like 900,000.
Excuse me.
Trillion.
Hang on, I'm older than the universe. I'm older than the universe. You heard it here. I predate the existence of the universe itself. There you go. I was here before the universe.
A sale is a sale. Okay, I guess the 70 million quadrillion year old person also.
I'm missing like a billion. I'm missing a billion comments. That's what's happening. Mario DK says meet the younger audience where they are. I agree. A lot of younger people are on PC and Switch. So, you need like new games from the new mainline Final Fantasy games on a Nintendo console, in my opinion. Especially if you want to so audience is like hemorrhaging in Japan. With Final Fantasy.
And also, from what we've learned over the years, is that Nintendo's audience are very, very, very into buying games.
Thank you for that amazing insight, Jaygo. This is why I got Jaygo on the show.
Many different kinds of games as well. You know, your Nintendo audience will buy Animal Crossing.
Yes.
and Smash Bros in the same breath.
And well, not you apparently, not you. You who hates Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing's a bad game. Why would I buy it?
You know what the hell you're talking about. Do you know? I know what it is. I know what it is. Alright, because you wasn't even born when the first goddamn Animal Crossing came out. So that's why you don't.
Where's the game to play? You say that, and here we are talking about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16. I couldn't even finish that game because the combat was so boring. You couldn't even
finish it because you are so bad. You found the combat boring because you put on easy peasy baby mode.
I didn't. I was playing it on normal. I don't. But did it have? Yeah, it did have difficulty levels. I was just playing on normal one. I didn't even put it on an easy difficulty.
You played it with super duper easy peasy baby dodging mode.
Oh, actually didn't have difficulty levels. I did put a dodging thing on there. I put one of those rings on. No, yeah, I did.
It has story mode and normal mode, and then when you finished it, you unlocked Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay. So I did it on normal mode, and I put one of those rings on. Yes, I put the ring of like that will help you dodge because my
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, Jacob, but I'm on a lot of medication and stuff and I don't have like fast reaction times, so that's why I put that thing on. Like my medication sedates me, you know this. Yeshua says part 3 will be done, but they might reduce the budget by reusing more from Rebirth than they initially planned. See, I don't even know about that because they were talking about how they need to, they've got to do that whole airship and everything. And
I mean, the airship's not going to cost an entire game. Like, it's not.
Yes, but they can't put it. They can't just drop the airship into the airship into Rebirth as it is now because the skybox probably isn't high enough. They need to.
Oh yeah, no, they won't be able to. But they. So the thing about Rebirth is they have the world made. The world is there. They just need to make it flyable.
Yeah, which is probably easier said than. I'm not a game developer. It probably is.
Oh yeah, I mean, Kitase said that that's their biggest challenge now.
Yeah, because like taking the game as it was, the original game, the way it was. Obviously, they're not going to do it like with the kind of like an overhead perspective and like the it was like what's the term? It was almost not. It was not directly that. It was like an angle or something like that. So they're not. It's not. They're gonna want to make it feel more like modern. So it probably is quite challenging to do. Yeah. Let me just read some more of these comments because I've missed like loads of them. Mario DK says part 3 will probably be more conservative and by the numbers. I mean, it's possible because they're not. I mean, like I said, I think they need to finish and follow through and finish part 3 regardless. Now that might be that now they're looking at it and they've seen that obviously, the game part 2's underperformed. That they're like, okay, well, it's pretty much guaranteed that part 3 is going to underperform, so I'm not going to put a massive budget on it, so that it's possible, but I think they absolutely need to fit, and I think they will do it. I think they will finish part 3.
Yes, part 3 will be finished in 2027.
Yeah, well,
2027 November.
We'll see. Jaygo, people were pissed when they heard the remake was going to be episodic. Yeah, people didn't want it to be. That's not necessarily what people just wanted a remake. They didn't necessarily want what Square Enix have made. And I think the numbers kind of show that. There's definitely people that like the games. It's not like they sold nothing. The first one did.
Well, as far as we know, Rebirth sold nothing.
Yeah, well, they haven't given figures for Rebirth, but we just know that it's...
That was the joke.
Oh, okay. Wasn't a very good joke.
It was.
It was not.
You just don't understand jokes.
You don't understand
You need
anything
them
because you
explained to you.
was born like 5 minutes ago. Mario DK says people wanted
Says
a
you.
Yes, says me. People wanted a remake,
Says you.
not remakes. I agree with that. They especially when you look back and they first did like, I think it was like a PS3 demo for, I think that's when they first revealed, or like, you know, that's when you had the kind of like the
FF7 remake was revealed in 2015.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow. 2015. Yeah. If they had
The PS3 thing you're talking about was the tech demo they did to show off HD game.
when was that tech demo?
That was like 2005, 2006.
Oh, it was that far ahead of it. Yeah. I think if they had got it probably would have been better if they had got a remake out on the PS3, to be honest with you. Probably would have sold better than the projects they've done now.
PS3 wasn't out yet. FF12 was just releasing.
Yeah. I think just the overall, the project has taken them so long overall.
Yeah, I mean, well, we know about the early woes with CC2 making FF7R, and then they took it in house.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Revolution says true. I'll be surprised if Part 3 opens as well as it opens at. Well, I guess you mean as well as Rebirth. Then people will still complain how linear it is, similar to Remake. I mean, I don't think that Part 3 is gonna be linear. It's gonna be like Rebirth, right? Red Hood says, yeah, especially reimagining a remake series. I think that was kind of a mistake. I think it should have just been a straight remake. Like Jaygo's saying, like, for some of the fans, yes, it's very good, but like from a financial point of view, like, because they are a company, a publicly traded company at the end of the day, it wasn't a good idea to embark on and do it in the way they did. Mario says Part 3 is not getting a budget increase, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get a budget increase. It's possible it could get a budget cut from what they wanted to do. Because, I mean, if, you know, they're probably sitting down now thinking, like, how much is, you know, they probably already have their estimated, you know, what it's going to cost, the budget, and what we think is going to sell. You know, if the one, you know, Part 2 underperforms over Part 3, it's pretty much guaranteed. It's not going to do better than Part 2, right? So, I mean, it's just that wouldn't be possible almost. Mousy says, why is Kermit the Frog on the Discord? He's so cute. I want a plushie. I'm not. He's adorable. Really cute. I want a plushie. Mousy, what are you talking about? Kermit the Frog?
She was responding to you at the time.
She's responding to me?
Talking to her. Yes, you were.
Oh, we're talking about Airbrushed Kiryu-san? Was you talking about Airbrushed Kiryu-san? Yes. Yes, he is cute. Yes. Jaygo. Airbrushed Kiryu-san appreciation. He's adorable. I really want a plushie. They're probably not gonna. But then mind you, right? They put Matsuda in like Nail. What was it? Was it Nail? Something they put him in? Was it Nail?
Yeah,
I feel like it was Nail.
Automata.
Yeah. So maybe they'll put him in a game or something.
Yeah,
not of Kermit, of Kiryu. Kiryu. It's Airbrushed Kiryu-san to you, Mousy. Mario DK says they said they didn't want to piss off the older audience either, Jaygo. Gotta keep who you have left is a sale. I mean, yeah. She says we need World of Final Fantasy 2 to appeal to a younger audience. I don't know why they didn't make another one of those games. Did the first one not do very well? What did World of Final Fantasy sell? Or how well did that do? I don't know. Maybe it didn't do, but I don't even know if I necessarily agree with you. I'm like, yeah, make World of Final Fantasy 2, but I feel like it's you know, a well-made spin-off is good, but like also make something that's like a mainline game but for a younger audience. I mean, if that 9 remake is still
2018,
2018.
by 2018, the original version of Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy, had sold 900,000 copies worldwide, which Chiba considered a success. That's what I see here.
Okay, so it was successful. I don't know why they haven't made a second one then. I've no idea. 2018.
They probably just don't want to.
Because they could have made one in that time easily. So I don't know.
Yeah, so the game released originally in 2016 on PS4 and PS Vita, and then it released in 2017 on PC, and then 2018 on Switch and Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know. They should have made another one. Yeah. Mousy says, well, you're a vampire. Well, we must be talking to yourself, Mousy.
Because you're old.
I love that game. Jodie's sale is worth more. It is, mate. Okay. Mousy says, I buy games. What's... Mousy, you wrote, what's wrong with Adele? What the... You said, what the F? Well, she said, what? Where did this Animal Crossing hate come from? It comes from Jaygo. Animal Crossing killed his parents, says Fo. He doesn't like Animal Crossing. Mario DK, don't blame the consumer.
Animal Crossing is boring. There's no game.
Do you like any simulation games at all? Do you like...
Oh, I liked...
farming game?
When I was growing up, I enjoyed playing FIFA.
No, I don't mean like a sports simulation game. I mean like a farming...
Oh, you said simulation.
Okay, well, I mean like, you know, Harvest Moon or something like that.
No.
Okay, well, then that's why. Mousy says you used all the rings. Mousy, what does that mean?
In FF16, you played on Ultra Baby mode because you used all the rings.
No, I didn't. I used one of the rings. I used one, the dodging ring. That's the only one I used. The dodging one. I didn't use all the rings because they take up your slots. You only have a limited number of slots for those accessories.
Yeah, you have 3 slots.
Yeah, so I only used one ring, man. So stop it. I used one because my reflexes are slow, man. I'm on medication that sedates me. That's why listen, I'm done with this. Meredith says blame. I guess you mean Yoshi P. Make it faithful. Wait, hang on. Why would Yoshi P be to blame for that? YP? What's YP?
Blame Yoshi P.
Why is Yoshi P to blame for?
16, I guess?
No, because he says it didn't. Right underneath it says make it faithful. Cut out the BS. He's talking about 7.
Yeah, but that's about Rebirth.
About Rebirth. So why did you mention
that's
YP?
About Rebirth.
Yoshi P. He didn't do that game.
Those messages are a minute apart.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay, maybe he's talking about 2 different things. Rolucci says, I'm ready to crash into Mount Nibel with the high wind buff. Yeah, well, let's see if you're even able to physically do that when they finish the game.
Drop the high wind into Kuro reactor. Yes, that's my job.
Folks says part 3 will be a movie. Kingsglaive FF7. I mean, they already made a FF7 movie, didn't they? 2006, PS3 wasn't launched yet. Are you talking about the tech demo? She says, I was a bit considered with extra games, but after Remake and Rebirth, I'm happy with their approach. It just sucks that the sales don't seem to follow that effort. Yeah, so that's the problem, because obviously those games are very well received, especially Rebirth. The sales don't match at all, and Square Enix obviously needs to figure out that disconnect. Like, how are we making good quality games and then they're underperforming? Well, good quality games that cost a lot of money to make and market. Don't forget, it's not even just the production cost, it's the marketing for these games, which can be as much as the actual production costs, when they usually are for AAA games. Mousy says FF7R was also Nomura. He was working on 2 other games at the same time.
He was working on Kingdom Hearts 3. What was the other one?
I don't know.
FF15. At the time of not at the time
not
of
the time of
no, not at the time of FF7R. No.
Those games didn't overlap, did they?
They overlapped in development early on, but not
maybe that's
after
what
he
she's
was taken off of 15.
Maybe that's what she's talking about.
No.
No? She's not talking about that?
No.
Yes. Melcy says yes twice.
Because Nomura was taken off of FF15 in like 2013 or 2014.
Okay,
no, before that,
maybe that was way before that then, Mousy.
No. He wasn't taken off of FF15 in like 2015.
I do not know. My ODK says, so weekly story time starts in 1 hour 45 minutes. Is there going to be a break? Yes. Yes. I will not be doing, because that's 2 hours. You said 1 hour for 45 minutes. No, it doesn't start until 11:30, which is 2 hours from now. It's 9:30 here. Isn't it? It's 9:30, isn't it, Jaygo?
Yeah, it's 9:30.
It's 2 hours from now. Or did you move the time forward? I think you moved the time forward or something. Yes, there will be a break. We've only got a few more things to go through anyway. Mousy says yes. At Jaygo, I want a plushie. They might make one. He was in there. Was he in FF14 as well?
In 2012, Nomura was replaced as director by Hajime Tabata. And the game shifted to 8 then.
In 2012?
Yeah, in 2012.
Oh, okay, it was a long time ago. I think there was a big gap between those things, Mousy. I don't think he was doing 3 games at once. Those 3 games.
Because, as far as I know, Kingdom Hearts 3, when was that announced? Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced
20 years ago?
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced, it's either... I think Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced 2013 or 2012.
Jesus
but it took a long time for
that's
that
still 10 years ago. Good lord. Rolucci says, I feel people who wanted accessibilities options in 16s but still use their accessories. That was kind of wild how they handled it. Yeah, I don't know why they did it like that, because if you wanted to use accessibility stuff, it then uses up there was only what was it, 2 or 3 slots for accessories? I can't remember now. It's 3, right?
3.
So yeah, if you want to use one of the accessibility, and I did use one of the accessibility, so shoot me, yes I did. I used it. I'm not that great at action games as it is, and my medication sedates me, so it's it's what it is. It's kind of wild how I don't think it was not the best way. Certainly not seen many other games do it like that. I did remember after you said half an hour earlier. So yes, there will be a break. I'm not going straight through that again. Good lord. Last week, yes, we did. Mousy has a quote when Tabata took over. I think Jaygo just read that out. So 13. Fo says, I just remember Nomura wanted to put a rhythm section in 15 at the time of production. Is that why he got pulled off?
Yeah, it says Nomura was replaced as director in 2012. It doesn't say he was taken off it though. So I guess
he wasn't director. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he was co-directing until late 2013. I guess that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. Says Mouse.
Co-director. Yeah, but FF7R.
Well, I wonder how that would play out. The boy is just singing in the car.
That would have been amazing. They didn't do it.
1,000
in
Year
the
Jay
regalia
says
with the boys.
2013 is correct. Yeah, that's what they're saying. 2013. Concept for Kingdom Hearts 3 began as early as 2005 after the release of Kingdom Hearts 2 in Japan, with the game's development not being officially announced until 2030. What the hell are they doing for like all those years?
Making other games?
Following years of yeah, all those goddamn spin-offs in Kingdom Hearts where every bloody one's a mainline.
They're not spin-offs, they're all mainline.
That's what I'm saying. They're all they're all mainline entries, and they're all canon, and they're all on different platforms. So if you truly wanted to, because don't forget, I'm not talking about now where they've released.
PS4.
Hang on a second. Let me finish. Now they have released them as a package,
now.
but back then when they were coming out, Jaygo, you could not buy them like that. You had to have those different platforms, all these different platforms for the games.
Oh yeah, but that's normal.
No, that's not normal.
Yes, it is.
That's Square Enix. Why were they making them all mainline games? Why did they make them all mainline
Because
games?
that's just how the story goes.
Music. Listen, why are you just listen?
That's just how
why
the
is
story
this
goes.
goddamn music started? Stop. Okay.
I don't think that's
okay, let me go
crazy.
to back to Square Enix.
Like, what's crazy about it is that they want multi-platform releases, but just
we're gonna get to that. Let's just finish off the financial report. Additional to statements. This is the MMO section. They're saying they said the MMOs were down. They implemented various initiatives celebrating the 10th anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV and Realm Reborn. Net sales were down for the MMO. MMOs.
Yeah.
Operating income down also. So this is Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 11 is still going, but it doesn't. I don't really it makes them a lot of money.
FF11 is playable.
You can still play. It's still.
I think you still need a subscription. I think, and you have to buy it for £20 on Steam, but like you can play anything.
No, they've stopped development on it. They should make an offline version of that. One that they do have an offline version of is Dragon Quest X. They have an offline version of that. They have refused to translate it, to localize it, and it's just in Japan. As is the online one is obviously only in Japan. Like I can kind of understand why that one's not released outside of Japan, because the Dragon Quest doesn't have popularity like that outside of Japan. But the offline version, come on, Square Enix, man, what decision is that? What decision are you making to not localize the offline version? Does with
Mother 3.
Yeah, but they probably should do that. The reason they didn't was because at the time of the views of certain things in the game in the West.
Yeah, and I mean America hasn't gotten better.
Well, a bit, but there's still issues. And then here for digital entertainment, we have their 10 million smartphone games. Some of which, this is what they call the SD. I know it was confusing to me. I'm like, what standard definition games are you talking about? So they're not talking standard definition. They're talking about smart devices games. So I was like, what browser games do they have? So it seems like they've got at least one browser game here. I don't know what. I can't read this because it's all in kanji. So it's got this browser game here. Since August 2010. Okay, so they got that game, but all the rest of these are I guess they must all be like smartphone games. Okay, so they haven't put. They've had mobile games that like have underperformed. They've had mobile games that have shut down, which they probably haven't even mentioned the ones that have shut down on here, have they? Didn't they shut down Brave X? I feel like was it Brave Exvius or one other Final Fantasy one that they shut? It was Brave Exvius. Brave Exvius is the one that is the when they shut down, right?
I'm not sure. I don't keep up with them.
The non-tactical. No, I'm talking about the Final Fantasy one. There was one Final Fantasy one that shut down recently. Not the First Soldier one, like one of their older ones. Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, they're shutting down every shop, and they then, oh my god, their mobile games are like their whole company is mismanaged, but their mobile games are especially mismanaged. The tactical one is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, so that one's still, but there's two Brave Exvius ones. This one War of the Visions, and then another one. They're two different games. But yeah, Ever Crisis, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which I'm gonna be honest, that is what they should have just done with the remake project in the first place. It's just this, what they did here. Why did this game should be on consoles? It's just a normal game. This is what they should have done. People would have liked that. Honestly, I strongly believe that's what they should have done.
So what that 2010 browser game is Samurai Warriors.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Samurai Warriors game.
Interesting. Yeah. So, what was I gonna say here? Yeah. So I was gonna mention Ever Crisis. They have put that on PC. There's on Steam as well. With not good reviews because of the monetization on it.
Well,
so
that's how mobile games are.
Yeah. Digital entertainment by region. Now this looked very interesting to me at first until I read the asterisk. Digital has risen overall. That's without a doubt from within the past year. But you look okay. Oh wow! Well, but digital must be like way higher. It is definitely in the West, in Japan and Asia, not as much. But this figure's a little bit misleading because it includes the MMO games, which are basically all digital at this point. I mean, there's not they make physical for the Dragon Quest games, and I think you can get physical for FF14, at least on PS5.
PS4. They haven't done any physical PS5, only PS4 and PS3.
Oh, okay.
And PS3 really? Was discontinued many years ago.
So it's, I mean, people are buying expansions.
I don't know if you can even use those physical discs for PS4 anymore. Anyway,
you probably just use them to log in, and then like I loaded the expansions since then. I don't even know. But anyway, basically it's like, it's mostly digital, and
like the last one I definitely know they did do a physical for Stormblood, and that was like 2018 or 2017.
Yeah.
Let's see, FF14 physical.
Is Ever Crisis even successful? I've been meaning to try it out, but I'll play Rebirth. Well, play Rebirth by all means, but they haven't. I don't think they've really said, but I mean, the fact that it's still going and it's on PC probably means it's doing okay. I would have thought. They've got obnoxious monetization.
The last physical one was Shadowbringers. That's it. Shadowbringers, which is the one before Endwalker, and Endwalker is the most recent one before Dawn Trail.
Okay.
So they're not doing any of them.
Endwalker had no physical. So they've basically stopped doing it. Dragon Quest does still get physical, but Dragon Quest is a smaller MMO that's only in Japan.
Their reason for no more physical FF14 releases is that Stormbringer's sales were over 80% digital.
Yeah. I mean, you can understand with an MMO, right?
I mean, Shadowbringers, what's wrong with Storm? They're both S's.
Yeah.
Stormblood and Shadowbringers.
Yeah. So because this includes MMOs, unless they gave us like a breakdown and took out, which they're not going to do that really. It's not. I mean, it is useful data, but it's yeah, you got to bear that in mind. That it's got the MMO stuff.
It's tainted.
It's tainted. Well, it's not. Well, because some people looked at it and said, "Oh, look, the digital whatever." It's like, okay, what they're showing here is not. They're not showing like every game that releases physically with a digital version. They're showing all the games, including digital only. They've had digital only games that they've published, right? Like we're talking about House of Voice of Cards, and like stuff like that. They've had digital only. They've got digital only games, and plus this includes stuff that they are this distributors for. So that stuff that they might not have published, but they distributed. So we don't know really. It could. Yeah, so it makes because it's not just packaged. We're not just talking about, oh, well, here's a physical copy of Rebirth, and then here's the digital copy, and it's one for one. It's including other games that don't have physical copies and stuff like that. Like
Paranormal Sight,
and there's all sorts of smaller games and stuff they distribute, and the MMOs and. So it doesn't give us, and I have no doubt that digital has grown, and two, it is like higher than physical in the West, but probably not as high as what we're seeing here, where it's like 3 times more is what we're seeing on this thing in the West at least, and you know, over 100% more on in Japan, which again includes the MMO stuff. Roche says FF14 sold
0 units on Switch 2, so it's time to drop support.
Okay, I got confused because you put 0, and I'm like, what? Wait, so I was thinking like that rating boards in Japan, and I was like, well, hold on, what? Okay, you meant 0 units.
Yes, nothing. It sold nothing on Switch 2.
Well,
so cancel all your Switch 2 games. Switch 2 is dead. Nintendo's going third party.
Mario DK says this is the end of Square Enix thinking that they're bigger than the market. Jaygo says they have a competent lead now. Airbrushed Kiryu-san? Okay, Airbrushed Kiryu-san. We need to see the fruits of his labours first, because they brought him in for that
NFT. His ideas are currently very, very promising.
Right, but you need to remember why they brought him in the first place, and it was for the NFT stuff. That's why he was hired.
NFTs have not been mentioned at all.
They haven't mentioned them in this.
They haven't mentioned them in a very long time.
We haven't seen. No, they had it in the. It was in his New Year's letter.
But that doesn't count.
It does count
in the stuff that matter, in
money. The financial, because they write that
stuff.
Well, we will have to wait and see the full Q&A. We only have Mochizuki's summary, which I think that's his own summary and translation. We don't have the official Square Enix thing yet. Okay, so next we have the amusements. I mean, we can kind of skip over this. Amusements are up a lot, obviously, because this is post-COVID recovery, right? So everything to do with going outside dropped off a cliff in that time. So that's why the
amusements.
So it means amusement. It means they've got amusement. They also have like actual stores and cafes and stuff like that. So, and most of this is in Japan, and I think some other parts of Asia as well. But
they'll never do anything cool outside of Asia.
I know, it's such. I was gonna swear, it's such BS. It's BS Square Enix. They've got all the cool stuff there. It's not fair.
Well, it's not just Square Enix. It's all these Japanese companies.
All of them.
Pokemon.
You said it so. You said it with such contempt. Yeah, but why can't we have a permanent Pokemon? Listen, it's not like this is the thing I don't understand. I'm gonna call you Mario. This is the thing I don't understand, Jaygo. It's not like they would open a Pokemon Center in the UK and it wouldn't, the stuff wouldn't sell. Like it would do. Oh, it'd go out of business.
It would be the European hub for Pokemon fans.
Yes, people would be in there constantly because people just go absolutely out of their minds for Pokemon stuff. Every time they do those temporary they keep doing temporary Pokemon shops in the UK. People just lose their minds with the stuff.
I went to the Pokemon Center. Well, so I was invited before it was launched. So I was able to go in where there
Wait,
was
what?
a normal amount of people in there.
How did you do that?
Yeah, so,
Who invited you?
Nintendo?
What?
Yeah, you got an invite from in your email if you won the raffle.
Oh, okay. I didn't enter it. Oh, that's cool.
Quote unquote raffle. So yeah, they were choosing
Mousy,
40
why did you
people.
just put you just put an F word in?
Yeah, they were choosing 40 people. And
Oh,
I was
nice.
one of the 40.
Wow. Nice.
And I got to bring a +1.
Nice.
So there was 80 people in the shop.
Yeah.
And there was, well, not counting influencers, because that was the same thing. They had a bunch of influencers there, Pokemon influencers, of course. So there was a normal amount of people in the shop. There was a normal amount of people lining up to play Pokemon Sword and Shield before they had launched, of course, because this was October 2019. The pop-up store was available October 18th up until November 15th.
Oh, I remember. I think I did enter that raffle. I didn't win.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I went there and I spent my entire bank account.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Dry. Oh yeah, yeah. I made a very nice friend there as well.
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah, great day. And then every day after that, so that was October 17th. So every day after that, there was a line so long that Westfield had to stop people from coming into the shopping center. So I remember one Sunday morning, Westfield announced that they're not letting anyone else into the shopping center until this was at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. They said we can't allow anyone else into the shopping center because the line for the Pokemon Center is too long.
No,
the line for the Pokemon Center went from the store all the way to Shepherd's Bush Station.
No, I know. I went there. I managed to get in. I didn't. The
strat towards the end was to line up from 2 a.m.
Jesus. No, I couldn't be dealing with that nonsense. I went in. I managed to get in the disability queue. You just had to show your disability stuff.
Blue badge.
Yeah, well, they don't call them blue badges anymore. You don't exactly get that anymore, but it's like an equivalent thing, like it's like a letter. So I was able to show that, and so I was able to get in.
That's very good.
But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have. There's no way. I just, I can't. Even if I was fit and healthy, it would have.
The lines were diabolical.
It was diabolical. It was so badly organized. The ones they did since then were better because they had them in the XL center, and it's like way bigger, and they had a virtual ticket thing where you could
So now all they need to do is just go to Westfield, be like, we want this space.
You better put it in goddamn Westfield.
Fill it with Pokemon stuff. Put 7 people in the shop. Okay, 7's a bit much. Maybe. No, just put 10 people in the shop. And then be like, hello, Europeans, give us money. Forever and ever.
That's the thing,
and then they win.
Dude, they could easily have a permanent. Are there any permanent Pokemon centers outside of Japan or outside? I don't know if it's about other parts of Asia.
Singapore and America.
Oh, because they have one inside of the Nintendo store, right?
They closed it in New York.
No, it's not closed. It's inside of
Singapore.
The Singapore one.
So Singapore.
Yeah, it's in.
Well, it's Nintendo.
Well, it's in the same building. It's in the same unit, in the same shop. One half of it is Pokemon or something, or the downstairs or something like that. It's Pokemon space. Okay. It's essentially the same shop, but it's in there. There's a Pokemon stuff's in there. It's they could do that. I mean, they could do that, and you go, why don't we have a Nintendo / Pokemon center in the UK? Yeah, it's not like a dedicated center. They've got Pokemon stuff in. Why do we not have that? We don't get anything good in the UK. It's just not. And then people complain when we get the special editions that don't release in the States, Mousy. certain people.
Well, I mean,
complain.
America just stop overcharging.
Like, explain, right? We don't get anything, Mousy. You have a whole Nintendo store. I don't say, oh, it's
In
outside
New
the
York.
country. I don't care. I don't care. It's still in the same country you're in. It's still closer to you than it is to me.
You can
I don't
fly.
care. I don't care. You want
Are
me
you
how in
supposed
the
to go
F
to
you're
New
meant to
York?
get to New York?
Plane.
You can get to New York.
Take a plane.
Mario DK is really concerned that
we're
Mario DK is really over concerned that we're gonna overrun his show. We're not gonna overrun your show, Mario DK. We're not going to. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next segment, publications. So this is the yeah, woo! Cherry Magic, let's go. Jaygo's cheering for Cherry Magic, obviously.
Absolutely. I never would.
Jaygo is definitely cheering for Cherry Magic.
My dress up darling, however, peak fiction.
Jaygo, alright, is everybody knowing you are cheering for Cherry Magic?
Jodie.
Says Jaygo shush. Jaygo shush.
Jodie.
Net sales.
Exactly. So
net sales. No, you shush. You shush.
Net
sales. You shush. Net sales and operating income rose.
If I was to ever cheer for Cherry Magic,
Cherry Magic is good. You haven't even seen it. Read the manga. Watch the anime. Well, to be honest, I haven't watched the whole anime yet because I'm watching other things. But I've read the manga.
And that means
it's really good.
That means Jodie.
No, it's so good that they've made two. They've made they made a Japanese live action, a Japanese movie, a Thai live action, and an anime. They can
do all that. They
did all of that for Cherry Magic. They don't do that if it's not good.
They can do all that, and it still wouldn't even be 1% as good as My Dress Up Darling.
You haven't even seen. You don't even know what happens in it, Jaygo. Like, My Dress Up Darling. I liked My Dress Up Darling. I thought it was really good. I've watched it.
My Dress Up Darling.
I watched it I've seen it 2 or 3 times.
That's like the second best thing Square Enix has ever done when it comes to manga.
What's the first?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
Full Metal Alchemist. All that.
I mean, a lot. Yeah. So we'll talk about his. So they said they've got year-over-year growth in both print and digital sales, helped by the massively popular TV anime series, The Apothecary Diaries, which debuted in October 2023. So yeah, so The Apothecary Diaries has been made into an anime, which has been really successful. They also had. Well, obviously we mentioned Cherry Magic, but also oh god, my Happy Wedding. What, My Happy Marriage? That's also Square Enix's.
Oh,
My Happy Marriage. Oh, duh.
Oh, yeah, that. That's not one of the 4 pictures, as far as I know.
No, it's not one of the. The one in the corner is just like the name of the manga up or whatever. I think that's just the name of the label. I was thinking that's another one. No, it's the name of I'm guessing this is the name of just the
service.
Yeah, their online service thing. It just says manga app. So yeah, so they've only got 3 pictures on here. I don't know why Hanako-kun's on there because there hasn't been a new. But when was the last new? I mean, the anime was. The
manga's probably still very popular.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I like the anime. Got to be back later. Okay, are you gonna be back for story time? You gonna be back for story time later, Mousy?
Oh yeah, that's normal time for her.
It's normal time for her. Okay, so yeah, the Apothecary Diaries. Like I saw the trailer for Apothecary Diaries. I haven't actually watched it. It looked very good from the trailers. So yeah, so they have they obviously Square Enix gets so Square Enix doesn't have any animation studios. They license this stuff, and they get money from the licensing of the
as a publisher.
As a publisher, when they're
which is how Shueisha does it. When
they're made into animes, yeah. So they've had some of the mangas made into anime. Someone's been successful. They're saying Apothecary Diaries did really well for them. Yeah, debuted last year. So here's the publication. What's interesting about this is that the breakdown of digital versus oh my god, I'm tired. Digital versus printed media sales has barely changed in like the past 3 years.
Yeah,
it's just like a statistical difference. It's like it's almost no change.
Yeah, 1%.
Which is interesting.
Over 3 years.
Yeah, so
even then it skewed one side and then went back.
Yeah. So it's just like I feel like it's just a statistical fluctuation, but not. This is very in contrast.
Margin of error.
Yeah, with a margin of error. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Yeah, I feel like this is in sharp contrast to like games and other media we've seen, like with music. Although there has been like a little bit of resurgence in like people collecting vinyls and stuff like that.
In the UK, at least.
I think in the States as well.
I don't know. I don't really follow the States, but I know for a fact that physical music is on the up and up in the UK.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's really
Physical
interesting
media.
that this hasn't happened with well, at least what from Square Enix has shown us. We don't know about the entire industry, obviously, but I would imagine this isn't drastically different from everything else, everywhere else. It's like this split is just hasn't changed that much, so that's interesting. It's probably because like, I mean,
people still go to bookstores and buy.
Yeah, people still go to bookstores and stuff like that.
Launch,
yeah,
and they order them on Amazon and stuff.
And they order them, and sometimes you can get like little
bonuses.
Special like what do you call it? Like first print runs and things like that.
If you go to a volume launch, you could probably get it signed by the manga.
Yeah, you can get them signed. You can get them signed and stuff like. There's like they do events and things like that. So that's I would imagine that's part of it. Which you don't really get that as much for like a video game, because I think video games can take so much longer to make. There's
so much longer of everything.
Everything, yeah. Whereas,
although I do remember Genki got his Live Alive signed on launch. That was awesome.
Yeah, he got his he got the Live Alive signs. They had an event for that, which looks really cool.
Yeah, that was so cool.
But yeah, that stuff like that, they don't do signing events for like games like that often. I mean, you do get them, obviously, but
I don't think I've ever seen any over here, at least, like signing events. Nah.
There was
J2 Blues.
I went to one like last year for the what do you call it? Theatre Room. Well, actually, do you know what? Tell a lie, it wasn't even a signing event for the game, because it was before the game came out, so you couldn't get the game signed. You just got like a card signed. So I got a card signed by the.
Yeah, J2 Blues says that physical is mostly dead for music in America, but he thinks you can still buy vinyls.
Yeah, there's some special vinyls you can get, but it's not big. But yeah, it's interesting with prints.
Yeah, but they're on an up and up over here.
So next we're going to look at the plushie department. Now, that's just what we call it, okay? It wasn't what I call it, but Jaygo does it. I call it that. I call it plushie department.
Tell a lie. Okay, I guess I was important here. You see what's there? You too, Jodie. FF16 Collector's Edition.
Yeah, listen. That's one of the biggest wastes of the only bigger waste of money I've ever wasted on the collector's edition was like, God, I swear to God, I didn't want to bring up the A word today. It was like, goddamn Persona 5 one more collection rip off from at the store. Rip off, complete rip off. Yes, I bought that. Yes, I did, because I missed out on the PS4 special edition. Yes, I did bloody buy it. A waste of money. Never again, Atlas. You know, you fooled me once.
I mean, you also bought those limited run ones. So I mean, I guess that's different. It's not the only waste.
No, that's completely different. And that's not those. That's A, that's different, right? That's the first thing. And B, that is not going via the app. It's not. Jaygo. That's different. It's not. That's completely different.
I don't know. Limited run is worse than the Atlas.
I've managed to get stuff from. I still don't know why you buy those collectors. I bought them ages ago. I bought them months ago. I didn't buy them recently. They went up for They went up for months ago.
Red Hood is talking about them in general, not just the Persona one.
Look, I know what you're saying about this backlog and everything, right?
That's why I'm laughing.
I've explained it multiple times, and I don't have to explain it again. I explained that listen. I went hard on the Japanese studies. That's what happened. I haven't played games properly in months because I've been working really hard at studying Japanese, and I've made improvements in my Japanese studies. It's just like, you know, it was the only way to kind of like I had to put more time into it. So that's why.
I really, really like this running gag.
But my time's been more balanced recently. Anyway, the plushie department. Now, the one thing, right? I wish to God I had bought that Cloud in the Dress statue. So that stupid Final Fantasy 16 Collector's Edition. I got that waste of money and got a stupid E3 statue. I got nowhere to put. I should have got a Cloud in the Dress statue. I was dumb, right? It was on sale on like a Black Friday special offer. I didn't get it. I let it slip through my fingers. Right? I was dumb. I'd rather have the Tifa statue than that stupid giant ass E3 and goddamn Phoenix statue.
I thought you were just about to. I thought you were just about to cuss Tifa for no reason.
No, I would rather have the Tifa. I just said I would rather have the Tifa statue. It's not this one in the picture anyway. I like this one here.
Tifa in the exotic dress.
Or the Cloud in the Dress statue. Like I would like either of those, to be honest with you, rather than the third option here, which is
Tifa in the exotic dress. I would. If I had money, I would.
Yeah, well,
these Square Enix figures are
expensive,
pricey.
Pricey. That's why I didn't get them. But the thing is that stupid Final Fantasy Special Edition, I could have got a statue for that price. That cost me. I don't want to talk about how much that costs, and nobody asks me.
Yeah, but I'd rather spend that much on a game collector's edition than just a figure.
How much did you pay for those Xenoblade ones you got?
Xenoblade?
Didn't you get Xenoblade ones?
Yeah, the Xenoblade collector's editions. They're £90.
No, not the collector's editions. The statues.
Oh, so Nia was 26,000 yen.
How much is that in pounds?
And Mio is $111.99, which is like 80 something quid. So yeah,
they're still they're the price of a collector's edition, like a reasonably priced Nintendo one, not a Square Enix's. Oh my god, Square Enix's collector's edition prices are out of this goddamn world.
Square Enix goes above and beyond. They include 1,000,001 things in those.
It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I'm probably gonna sell my collector's edition at some point. Not yet. I'll sell it at some point. I'll just stuff it in the spare room for now. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, they say net sales and operating income year over year due to brisk sales of new character merchandise featuring key IPs. So they have heard of Final Fantasy ones. These were the major products that they had. 2 of them I want, but I bought the 3rd one because I'm dumb. Alright? That's what happened. Jaygo, it's not funny. I don't see how it's a laughing matter for me making stupid purchasing decisions.
It's very funny.
It's not funny. Where am I? I got nowhere to put that stupid statue. It's enormous. It's absolutely enormous. I don't know where to put it.
Very funny.
I don't know why Jaygo, I was duped by that goddamn demo. I got duped, and I got caught up in the hype. I bought this stupid special edition. The Cloud figure. Yes, the Cloud in the Dress one. I know. I want it. I'm dumb. I should have bought it.
Tifa.
Well, she says, I'm glad that I didn't get the 16 collector's edition. I was tempted though. Nah. It's a good decision you didn't get it. Thank you, Jaygo. Rolucci says, I'd rather put that towards money towards the Tifa figures. Yeah, I would rather have the Tifa figures. Roche says, but Jodie, they need to sell those figures at that price so they can survive as a small. Roche, get out of here with that crap so they can find as a small indie company. No, I've heard that they're their statues are like these the playout. They got the playouts versions and then the other ones that don't move, static arts. They're good quality. And they do charge a lot of money for them, but the quality is pretty good, and they do. As well as their own merchandising, they make merchandising for other companies as well.
Yes, they have a really nice Milim Nava scale figure. Milim Nava from that time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Oh,
Milim Nava, she's a dragon. She's my favorite character. That figure is incredible.
They pop-up parade ones for... Are they still selling those?
Yeah.
On the Square Enix store in the UK one. The Square Enix store likes to be charging for delivery.
Yeah, it's like £45. That's like twice the price of normal pop-up parades.
So why is this one so expensive?
Here's the Milim Nava one.
Why is it so expensive though? Why is it twice the price?
Because Bravely Default is just that great.
No, it's because they're trying to rip you off. That's why. Okay, so I've never seen this anime. But yeah, they make if you look.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I need to watch it sometime. If you look through their merchandise, you will see they have stuff for other
sorts
companies.
of IP.
I got that vinyl.
Like they have a 7th scale Himiko Toga from My Hero, and my favorite Square Enix lore.
Your favorite?
They have a bunch of Miku figures.
Oh yeah, we talked about this before. These Miku figures they have. Yeah, so look, I'll just put this up on the screen.
Miku figures, and they are so expensive.
So they good lord.
But Miku figures like these are always
£229. So yeah, they make high quality.
Extremely.
These this cute figure. I like that they put all these extra petals
for the photos. I know.
Yeah, because obviously you're not gonna have it displayed like that in your house or whatever. But yeah,
unless if you're built like that. Well, that's how it's gonna be for most people.
Yeah. So they have to put little rods.
Here's an even more expensive one.
They have to put little rods for the hair because the hair's.
Yeah, you have that for Nia from Xenoblade 2 as well. For her hair.
Hang on. Why does it say leaving Discord? Okay, hang on. Visit site.
Oh yeah, this Miku.
So these this is really elaborate. Pretty Rabbit version, £259. You got to imagine if you for people in the US or other currencies,
so I mean,
you translate
in America,
that into
£259 is
$300.
It's about the price of a Switch OLED.
$300.
$350, I think. Let me double check.
It's a lot of money.
327.22.
Yeah. So these things, these.
Check the next one.
I would like to know who is buying these and where they're putting them. Like, where are you putting these in your? Where are you putting these? Where do you have room to display? There's no point buying these unless you can display them properly. What the hell? £349?
Yeah, it costs about the same.
How big is it?
Same as a PS5.
It
costs about the same as a PS5.
Wait, I love this. Her firm gaze and smile leave a strong impression, making it difficult for you to look away. This description is wild. Okay, so it is including the stand, 240 millimeters. Yeah, so 20.
Tall.
So it's
24
pretty big.
Tall.
It's pretty big.
22 centimeters wide, and its depth is 22 centimeters as well.
So if you look here, they have other this is Guilty Gear, then My Hero.
Yeah.
They make merchandise for all sorts of other brands.
And
and companies and stuff.
they have the popular girl from Date Alive, which is even more expensive than that Miku one.
From what? Date
The
Alive.
popular girl from Date Alive. Yeah, it's some anime thing.
Never heard
My
of
friend's
it.
into it. I'm not.
I have no idea what this is. She's got lingerie on. Well, it is lingerie. I've never heard of that in my life. I don't know what it is. Oh, there you go.
Look at the price.
Yo, look at the price! Who be buying this? And where are you putting it in your house? Where are you putting it? Where you have room? Because I'll be honest with you, if I was spending that amount of money on a statue, it would have to be like in a proper display case with like a light on it, you know, like illuminated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But okay, that's not suitable for work. There's some Riser statues that don't send me a link to that one. It's not suitable for work. I can't show that.
It's just a swimsuit.
It's not suitable for Jaygo. There's a very little. There's not much swimsuit there. I can't show that on the stream.
It's just a swimsuit.
I cannot show it on the stream, Jaygo.
I'm just saying.
Mario DK, I know he's typing. When are you gonna finish this goddamn thing? Don't overrun my show. I'm not gonna overrun your show, Mario DK. What did you put? $400 to look at an armpit. I don't get it.
$465 specifically.
To look at an armpit? You mean her armpit in this statue here? I don't know. She's holding two guns. I don't even like the way the character's face is. I don't know. Maybe it's just the angle doesn't look very good. Yeah. To look at an armpit, I know. But yeah, so that's why their merchandising does well, because they're well made and they're expensive. Blah, blah, blah. So
yeah, you should see their Kingdom Hearts ones.
Yeah, so they I mean, look how much this is the pop-up parade one. Like, as the Jaygo says, it's twice the price of like what they are normally.
Usual pop-up parade.
I don't know why it's so expensive,
Yeah.
but anyway, this is
They have this really shiny Mickey Mouse one that's like 30 quid. It doesn't. I don't think King Mickey needs to be 30 quid when he's like 6 cents.
So they have this one, but this one's completely sold out. Currently unavailable.
Ring a bell. I'm not surprised Ring a Bell sold out. That's the GOAT. I love Ring a Bell. He's so cool.
No, completely gone, sold out, unavailable. Can't even click it. Oh, you can click it.
Look at him. He's so cool. Look at that smut.
No, I do really
so
like this.
cool.
I really like the design of this character.
He's so cool.
But yeah, completely gone. You cannot get this. The flirtatious amnesiac party member. That's why they've described him.
Yeah, that's what he's like. He's so awesome. Rolucci understands. Ring a bell, my guy.
Ring a bell,
yes.
my guy. That name is wild though. Ring a bell. Okay.
Ring a bell.
Yeah, so he sold out. You would have to look for him on like eBay or something and pay even more than this. That's what I'm sure. So Kingdom Hearts, Mickey Mouse.
King Mickey.
Let me see this one.
6.5 centimeters.
Okay, so that's tiny. Is it 6.5 centimeters? Okay, that's why it's so cheap. I mean, like 20.
Cheap. 6.5 centimeters for 30 quid.
It looks like it's really badly painted as well. It looks like it's been like badly sprayed or something. But yeah, I mean,
hey, man.
What's it
King
made
Mickey.
out of? It says it's
King
a
Mickey
die-cast metallic figure, but I guess it does look like that. But that's because it's zoomed in. I suppose when you just have it as a 6 centimeter figure, it doesn't look that bad.
King Mickey has gone through a lot. Okay.
But why did they show this image where you can zoom in and see that it's not painted that great? So $29.99, and then there's a shadow.
Heartless.
Why does it say shadow there then?
Because Square Enix and what do they call these people? Marketing people don't know video games.
No, but it says shadow. I know they're heartless in the game, but why have they put that then?
Because marketing people don't know video games.
Yeah, but they all they got to do is like write that. Oh, okay, I don't know. But anyway, this one's
all they have to do is play their games.
$29.99.
They never do that.
It says featuring shadow, from Kingdom Hearts. So maybe this character's called Shadow.
He's not. He's not.
It says featuring Shadow with a capital.
He's the main thing you just kill.
It's with a capital. There's a capital. There's a capital S. Isn't that the character's name? Shadow?
No. The character's name is Dead because you kill 700 million of them every single playthrough.
Okay, well, there you go. Also 5. Just
5.5 centimeters.
So it's pretty small. It's tiny. It's like the size of a little. Almost like
the size of a 5.5 centimeter ruler.
I was gonna say like a little. No, I was trying to think like a little Christmas tree ornament or something like that. A little Christmas tree decoration.
The size of an ID card.
ID cards aren't that small. What are you talking about?
Yes, they are.
They're not, Jaygo. They're the size of like a credit card. Jaygo, again, he doesn't know what he's talking about. This is why we don't listen to Jaygo. Now, Mary K is gonna get on us if we don't finish this show, Jaygo. We didn't. He's ready. He's almost itching to type and tell us to hurry up and finish the show. He don't want us to overrun his show. Okay, so oh god, where's the bloody thing now?
You have so many tabs.
I know. I need to close.
Those are all the Square Enix store ones.
I know. And what happens is I start looking at a Square Enix store, and then I'm like, oh, I want this, and then I'm like, no, wait, hold on a minute. Why am I giving Square Enix my money? And then I buy. And then, anyway, I'm not. I can't. I just.
Then you buy something.
No. That's not what happens. Okay, so because the merchandise so that's basically the end. That's the end of the so we've gone through that. We're gonna go through the medium-term business plan, Jaygo. Medium-term business plan.
My favorite thing from this week.
Written by Takashi Kiryu. We know who that is.
And representative director.
So Airbrushed Kiryu-san. So here, Mousie's gone. Where we're talking, Airbrushed Kiryu-san. He's departed. The Airbrushed Kiryu-san. His business plan that he's put together with his colleagues, and so the last business plan that I think they missed like their goals for it and stuff like that, right? So the factors that they've given for why they're changing things up. I'm not going to read this whole thing. We'll be all right. It says 1. Changes in economic conditions affecting our operations. 2. Fluctuation in currency exchange rates, particularly with respect to the value of the Japanese yen, US dollar, and the euro. As a lot of people probably know, the yen is just tumbling. 3. The Square Enix Group's ability to continue to win acceptance of our products and services, which are offered in highly competitive markets characterized by the continuous introduction of new products and services, rapid developments in technology and subjective and changing consumer preferences. 4. Square Enix Group's ability to expand international success with a focus on our business. And 5. Regulatory developments and changes and our ability to respond and adapt to those changes. So let's look here. So today's agenda. I'll look back at our previous midterm business plan. We'll look at that quickly. Our new corporate philosophy structure. Our 3. Our new medium-term business plan, and then 4 strategies, and then 3 targets. 4 strategies and 3. Okay, so I guess they got 4 strategies and 3 targets. Okay, why does it say this twice? I don't know.
It's a mistake.
It must be. No, because it's page 3 and then page 4.
Yes, it's a mistake.
Okay, so let me close this bit here and a bit bigger. So here's their previous plan, and what we just give the summary: did not reach final year net sales / operating income targets under our 3-year medium-term business plan. So their previous one, prior midterm prior midterm targets until 2023, 2024. Yeah, and here's the actual one. So the grey one there was like their net sales target, and the actual result is the dark blue one. So a lot less. So their target was 400 to 500 billion yen. Actual result 356.3 billion yen. So it's pretty. It's under the lower end of what they wanted. Operating income. So their target was 60 to 75 billion yen. Actual 32.5 billion yen. So it's less than half of their lower end that they wanted. So it's pretty significant to be missing your targets that much for their 3-year business plan. So this was their a review of our previous midterm business plan. This is interesting. So their initiatives and achievements, this is what they wanted to do. So they wanted to begin to rebuild HD games and smart device game portfolios, streamlined our portfolios by divesting some overseas studios and IPs. They did do that, actually. Expanded MMO business as part of our earnings base, transitioned to a stable growth phase in the publication segment, achieved a V-shaped recovery in the amusement segment, I guess, like where it went down and then it went back up again. It did go back up. Commitment to cost cutting during the pandemic produced benefits. And last one, expanded the merchandising segment. Oh boy, did they expand that segment. These are their pets. They bought in stuff for pets and kids. The dragons. Challenges. For their previous business plan. Incomplete journey to better profitability in HD development. Launched many titles but failed to live up to profit expectations, especially outsourced titles and some AAA titles. A slowdown in SD games, unable to launch hit titles to offset market saturation, aging of legacy titles, insufficient portfolio management on a franchise-by-franchise basis, cannibalization of our new titles due to the launch schedules overlap, and gaps in our management infrastructure. So, do you have any thoughts on their previous business plan, Jaygo?
Their previous business plan? No, really?
Yeah, it kind of
speaks for itself.
Yeah. So let's move on. I'm not going to read out all of this. It's just their little slogans. Oh, we're going to enrich people's lives and unforgettable experiences. Okay. Same sort of simple corporate speak here, so we're going to skip over. We're stronger together, continuously involved. Yeah, okay. So here's kind of interesting, like how they want to manage their IP with their corporate structure.
You know what I find interesting about this page?
Yeah.
The IP they use.
Yeah.
The
right.
IP they show off. So like, Life is Strange is still here.
Space Invaders.
Invaders.
Is that a big seller for them? No. But anyway,
Romancing Saga.
I know. Romancing Saga.
That's also interesting. That's also quite interesting.
Octopath Traveler 2 specifically.
Well, I mean, they have the latest games in each of their thingies.
That's true.
Well, for most of them, except for Trials of Mana.
Yes. Well, the new one's not out, so.
Oh yeah, Dawn Trell's not out.
No, I mean the new Mana. The new Mana.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, because you're saying Dawn Trell's not out. Listen, I don't know how Square Enix, like, I don't know. A lot of their stuff doesn't make any sense.
Also, that one at the bottom.
That one at the bottom, I don't know.
Yomino Tsugai? I've never heard of that.
Yomino Tsubai. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
Maybe.
Sounds like a mobile.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe J. Arthur's aware of it.
J. Arthur, J. Arthur's not here, so therefore J. Arthur's gone.
He's most likely on YouTube.
Oh yeah, J. Arthur, are you on YouTube?
He forgot about YouTube.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He hasn't said
Twitch
anything. Yeah, so maybe he.
J2, I'm sorry, I've missed your comments.
I have.
Oh no, I saw some of these. Well, thank you, Jaygo, for at least responding. It's mostly streaming now. Why did you buy it if you knew you didn't have to? J2, look. Alright. Look. I just wasn't thinking clearly at the time. Too much booba for Jodie's stream. I can't show all that booba on the stream. No, I'm not gonna risk it. Let's put it that way. It seems a little bit not suitable for work to me. So I'm just not gonna take the risk to showing it. It probably would be fine, but I'm just not gonna do it. Right. Okay. Right. Well, oh God, where's the page I wasn't gone? Right. Yeah. So it was interesting. So they have their intellectual property in the center, and then like essentially the different segments of their business: digital entertainment, comics, novels, books, merchandising, and amusements.
So yeah, they want to use their IP to make comics, novels, and books.
They already do this.
Oh, they do. They do lots of books for their IP, but
They already do all of this.
I don't think they do many comics. Yeah, they already do all this.
Well, it says comics. They mean manga / comics, same thing.
Yeah, I know. They should do more manga with their IP. That'd be so cool. Rather than
they do some
new IP,
they
new
do
manga IP.
Yeah, I mean
What I mean is, where's the Octopath Traveler 2 manga?
Yeah, they mainly publish stuff from other people rather than their own IP. But yeah, the thing is that Jaygo, even if they made one of those, you know that it would be in Japanese only. It'd be only in Japan. They wouldn't translate it.
Yeah, and I'd still read it
in Japanese. Well, somebody would do a fan translation.
Yeah, fan subs. That's the way over here.
Fan subs for the win. Okay, so here's their new medium-term business plan right here.
3 years for rebooting long-term growth.
3 years, right?
Okay,
because their last one, they screwed it up. So this is what they want to do. So, and you know that it's going to. They mean business because there's a big fat arrow across it.
Clickbait.
And it says strong profit generation and further growth. That's their goal. Okay? So for HD, they want to establish a development footprint capable of consistently and regularly releasing titles that meet our customers' expectations. SD, resume growth trajectory by launching titles that enable disruptive growth. MMO, they bunch together MMO publication amusement as one thing. Maintain momentum, develop and expand global fan bases. Merchandising, grow by creating additional business opportunities. They probably mean like more licensing stuff. They want to become leaner, create new businesses.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like here is that become leaner.
Yeah.
To me, it just sounds like fire more people.
Well, they're trying to slim down their sort of corporate structure. I don't think they're gonna master. Then what? They've had layoffs. They did layoffs in the US and the States. Essentially, because you can't just do that. You can't be doing like that. They've got laws and things like that. So there's ways around it and stuff like that. Like we just saw Microsoft close down Tango Gameworks, which like to me that's kind of outrageous that they closed them down. But yeah,
it's completely ridiculous.
A business can just say like we're closing this down and that's it. But
yeah, I mean that's besides the point, really. I just become leaner, but create new businesses and make everything else better.
Leaner, they mean like maybe less people. Who knows?
People.
Create more businesses. They mean NFTs and all that crap. Okay, so this is kind of like a repeat of what we read there. So enhance productivity by optimizing digital entertainment segment development footprint. Our current our content production account. Because this is so this impairment. What they're alluding to here is this extraordinary losses. It says they recognize 38.8 billion yen in content production account write-downs / extraordinary losses. So this is on top of what they even announced, because this is 38 point. There was even more that they did. other than the one that they
Yeah,
announced.
so I guess most of that was them cancelling HD games.
Yeah, they cancelled something. Something unannounced.
Plenty games.
Prompted us to take preliminary steps to establish a disciplined pipeline strategy. So yeah, oh man, I don't know how it is wild that Square Enix is doing so badly. When you see, especially for what their competitors, like you said, with Capcom, we didn't go through Capcom's financials, but like they increased their software forecast. They put it up because they said Dragon's Dogma 2 had done so well. So you got them putting it up, and in the meantime, like Square Enix is like bleeding out. It's wild.
Yeah, the next slide it becomes way better.
Okay, so this one. So this is it says enhance productivity by optimizing the D segment development footprint, shift from quantity to quality, delivering ensured fun. So yeah, so it says strive to create the optimal portfolio, striking a balance between a product out approach that gives creators imaginations free rein to develop content and a market in approach that references customers' voices and data to inform our development efforts. I'm too tired to even think what that means right now.
They want to use feedback from their customers.
Oh, okay.
To inform what they do next.
Okay, got it. Engage honestly with our customers and strive for a regular launch cadence, focusing our development efforts and investment on titles with strong potential to be loved for years. Yeah, they ain't foam stars, I'll tell you that. Continue to monitor the value of our content production account closely to work to keep it to an appropriate level. So no more, 10-year 3-part projects of remakes of 30-year-old PS1 games. It's probably not the best idea. Don't do that. So here's the next one. It's very interesting. So so they want to launch titles that ensure excitement, that bolster loyalty to our brand, placing top priority on bringing smiles to our customers' faces. It sounds like I'm sure that's not Nintendo's thing.
That's literally Nintendo's. That's
their slogan
company.
Slogan or something. Yeah, which is it's kind of wild that they put that. I mean, not that wild, but
it works.
It must work.
It works.
Mario Case is literally Nintendo, and also hurry up and finish because my show's starting. I know Mario Case. Calm down. Keep and build fan bases for our major franchises by regularly releasing AAA titles. Release mid-class titles based on strategies for individual lineups, prioritizing profitability. So I'm glad they said something about the mid-class titles or AA titles, because a lot of people were concerned with the announcements that we're just not doing AA games anymore. Well, it seems like they are, but they're picking them more carefully, right?
Yes.
So no more.
Oh my lord, I was. I was so scared when he said we want to make less games and we want to make more AAA games. I was like, no.
I think they mean less Deerfield Chronicles, less Babylon's Fall, less.
Yes, that's exactly what he means now that he's clarified it.
Yeah, so that's
and also
good.
After promoting Tomoyo Asano.
So, yeah. Yes, Asano got a promotion.
He's now one of their VPs.
He's now one of the VPs. Asano has done wonders for the company. And it's really when it comes to like the vision that he managed to put together with his team was. I feel like it's what they want. I feel like what Square Enix wanted to achieve with Tokyo RPG Factory, but it just never happened. Tokyo RPG Factory, which got like. I think they officially said that it got folded, it got absorbed, but they didn't say for years. There was just no update on them. They just didn't say. It was like, okay, their last game was like 2019, so Okay, so launch carefully curated SD titles with the goal of upping our hit rate. So yeah, so not just this. What they're doing with the mobile games is like this scattershot approach. It's just like just do a whole bunch of them, raw IP and loads of them, and put them all on random platforms, and doesn't make any sense. And
so
no more of that.
That sounds just like what Sony's plan was with their live services. Just throw them all out there. Make 12 and throw them
that
all
was
out
their plan. Well, I mean, why else would you be making? No, I think they cut
12.
that down, but like, that's a lot. That's a lot because they know. Because I think the reason is because they know the vast majority of them just do not succeed. Just statistically, they just don't.
Yeah.
It says to explore additionally leveraging our group's rich library of IP. Be bold in attempting to create new IP, prioritizing novel forms of excitement and striking the right balance with earnings potential, explore new possibilities and entertainment by leveraging new technologies. Now, I don't like that last bit.
Why not?
What do you think that last bit means, Jaygo? They're talking about goddamn NFTs and all that nonsense.
I didn't. When you said last bit, I was thinking of the people that attempting
No,
to create
look,
new
this
IP.
one here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I can't believe they cancelled Foam Stars too. So
I implore them to cancel Foam Stars 1.
I'll show you the NFT stuff in a sec. So this next part. God, how much more of this is there? I'm going to be reading all of this.
So create an internal development footprint that brings
more
capabilities in-house.
There you go, thank you.
So they can revamp our internal title development footprint. I love this. So retire its business unit-based organizational design and strive to establish an operationally integrated organization with the goal of revamping its internal title development footprint and bringing more capabilities in-houses. That's a long sentence.
It is.
Transition to a project management structure, keeping balance between creativity of its individual employees and management centered on the organization. This sounds a lot like Nintendo from what I've heard from Jay Arthur.
You think so?
Redefine.
Because they've got rid of these units, right?
Yeah, like from what I've heard from Jay Arthur with how Nintendo works in-house, it just sounds a lot like that. Yeah. That second bullet point. Redefine the mission for producers and other related employees and organize its internal supporting structure. Improve its development investment efficiency, reviewing the overall management process of title development. It just sounds like they want to make games like Nintendo.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing to have a structure like that. Because
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that with contempt. I'm saying that with excitement.
And Nintendo didn't hit that formula right off the bat. They've had a number of like reorganizations and changing their studios and stuff.
Yeah, their last one was 2015.
Yeah, so.
And look at how well that worked.
So now this bit is the bit that got a lot of people talking. So Jaygo, would you like to?
Yeah, this is the best part. Diversifying earnings opportunities by strengthening customer contact points. So they're shifting to a multi-platform strategy. Aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PCs. They want to build an environment where more customers can enjoy their titles in regards to major franchises and AAA titles, including catalog titles. This means everything to everyone.
Yeah. So this is really big news. And one thing, I don't have it here, but
awesome.
Mochizuki put out. I don't have the tweet here. Mochizuki put out a tweet earlier saying that.
That was the tweet.
No. He put out a tweet about this slide. And basically, in the Japanese version, because there's no like plurals in Japanese, where it says Nintendo platforms, that wasn't pluralized. But the English one is pluralized. Nintendo platforms, which is only one. So they're saying platform. So I'm presuming they're talking about Switch, current Switch, and Switch 2 because it's imminent, right? And they also pluralized PCs. So, which I don't know. Is PC pluralized? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I
It
mean,
is?
pluralizing PCs makes it seem to me like they are specifically talking about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, both of them.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Although they haven't pluralized PlayStation, which means
PCs. That's
yeah,
true.
but they haven't pluralized PlayStation.
Yeah, but what
which means
PS4?
PS4 is dead.
Well, okay, but what PS4 games are they making going forward apart from like not Trials of Mana, Visions of Mana?
Well, I mean that's
Visions of Mana.
it.
That's
PS4 is
it.
dead.
So because they're probably not making any more games for PS4, so that's why.
After Foam Stars, I'm not surprised.
Why is that? Listen, I can't be talking. Listen, we've got 20 minutes to finish. Mario is chomping at the bit. He wants to start his show. Mario wants to start his show. But that's the tweet I was talking about. So yeah, Mochizuki mentioned in there that hi Mario DK. Mochizuki mentioned that in the Japanese version, the slide was worded.
It says Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, so it's like so it's clearer in this slide in this translation.
So they also want to devise a platform strategy for SD titles. This is something Jodie's been saying for yonks. 2 that includes not only iOS and Android but also PC.
I have been saying that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I said, why didn't they do that?
Yonks.
Why didn't they say that? Why didn't they do that for First Soldier? Now they put what do you call it? Ever Crisis on PC. The Pixel remasters weren't.
They were made for mobile and PC.
Yeah, I mean
first.
they weren't. They're not mobile games. They're games that are. They're not mobile games in the sense that they're like monetized, like with gacha and all this nonsense. They're just games that they put on. You can just pay for the game. But yeah, I mean, like a game that's like made for mobile, like made for continuous monetization. Really. So yeah.
The next slide is one that I'd like less, but it's realistic.
What, this one below?
Which is diversifying earnings opportunities by strengthening customer contact points, stepping up digital sales, which is a shame. But
right, yeah, but it includes pursue initiatives to win over PC users, which obviously is all digital. So that's the positive that I would draw from that slide.
Yes, I was going to say that, which I hope means that they're going to do what they did with FF7 Remake, which is when they put a big game on PC, so like Rebirth and 16, the first week they'll do that promotion where it goes down from $70 to like $55 or $50.
Yeah.
Because I think Remake Integrate went down from $70 to like $53 for like the first week, and that made the game shoot all the way to the top of the Steam charts.
They definitely need to do that. So they're saying pursue initiatives.
Fun things like that.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. But not maximizing digital sales in general. But mind you, Square Enix, like, because they do all this merchandising and stuff, they do sell like all these like this merchandising that they actually make. They're not licensing it out to another company to make it. They make it. They make the stuff. And other companies come to them. But because they are doing that and they're making books and stuff like that, they're making these special editions. So hopefully they hope that will continue to incentivize them to make physical media for the games.
I mean, with Nintendo's plan moving forward, you should hope that they do. And Nintendo says they're going to keep providing to all of their user base as best as possible, which sounds like to me special editions are still coming, and Nintendo Switch voucher program is staying. That's what it sounds like.
Yes. Now we haven't got time. We've got to finish this show imminently. We didn't have time to talk about Haruko and Haruto, and I said we would, but we have no time. We didn't have time because Jaygo did that. Jaygo did the anime sidetrack, so we took up a whole hour.
Yeah, Joe, lie to everyone.
We will my show. Well, I'm probably gonna fall asleep. I'll listen to your show, Mary Decay, but I've been talking for hours.
I was thinking that as well. Please just play it on my iPad.
I think I will go to sleep to your lovely tones, Mary Decay.
I mean, last time I was listening to it, I left before I fell asleep. So
I have fallen asleep on a one of the Discord calls before. I've done it before. I'm already K's done it before as well.
Yes, he has.
So like in that that's no, it wasn't a survey.
You didn't kick me off. I didn't talk that last time.
He only did kick you off. Anyway, listen, we've only got 5 minutes.
That last time I left.
We've got 5 minutes to finish the show. We haven't got time to be talking about who kicked who off of what shows. So that it's a. God, I really want to talk about that Haruko and we'll talk about Mario DK. We're talking about on your show. But basically, it's a interview that was conducted with a small group of primary school kids in Japan. So not like a really big survey or anything like that. So it's not like statistically significant in that sense. But it was enlightening anyway with the answers that some of the kids gave really. And one of the things that they asked them about what platforms you play, and they all had a Switch and mobile, and one kid had a PC, and there's PlayStation and Xbox, and the kids were like, well, what's a PlayStation? And anyway, Mario DK will go into more details of that on his show when he goes through all the stories. But one other thing that was in there that I didn't post in the little summarization that I did in the thread was a section of buying games. Like, do you buy them physically? Do you buy them digitally? And that, and it was kind of split, but there was some that said they will get the digital thing, but then there was quite a few who was like, oh well, the parents will say the digital's no good. They will say it's like no good, and they will mainly just want to go and buy the physical thing in the store. So physical is still really big. Physical is still really the biggest section of games in Japan when it comes to console games. So a lot of people do just genuinely go into the stores and buy stuff physically. So so I think Square Enix will, they're basically going to have to maintain the physical, just because how big the physical market is in Japan. You can't just be like, oh well, that's it, we're not making physical. And like I said, I think they will continue just because of all the merchandising and stuff they do. So this is just talking about we're gonna do. I think we've basically finished. They're talking about other media formats and other markets. Yeah, we haven't got time to do everything. We'll probably have to do another show. Not necessarily talking about this, but
the rest of Square Enix's stuff isn't very interesting when it comes to games.
No, because they're talking about the whole company, and they're talking about shareholder buyback and
they've already talked about their games. So
so the main thing was this.
Talked about the stuff with their games, so I guess the rest of it isn't really necessary.
So
for the most part.
So the main one of the biggest things was this aggressive multi-platform strategy, was because with all of their recent big AAA games have been Sony exclusives.
So here's what the chat and I had cooked up before the start of this, which was we were thinking about all Square Enix AAA games in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So 2019, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And since then, it's only been PlayStation exclusives. Or PlayStation console exclusives. Yeah. So Forspoken was a console exclusive, but the rest have been PlayStation exclusives.
Even ones that were kind of double, Babylon's Fall.
But
that's double
this
A-ish.
is talking about AAA. Yeah, this is talking about AAA.
Okay,
Because if we're talking about AA, then there's going to be a lot more games in the fray.
Yeah, but all the AAA ones have been.
Plus the big news is, AAA games they want AAA games to be multi-platform.
Basically, that's the big news. That's the thing that they, as you said, stopped doing with Kingdom Hearts 3.
So there was Kingdom Hearts 3, which was the only multi-platform AAA game they've had in the last 5 years. And after
when did that come out?
2019,
Oh, yeah.
January
Okay.
2019.
Right, yeah.
And then after that, in 2020, we got FF7R.
Right.
And then in 2022, whenever Forspoken came out, we got that on PS5 and PC.
Yeah.
And then we got FF16.
Yeah.
And Rebirth.
Yeah.
All PlayStation exclusives.
All PlayStation exclusives. So this PlayStation only thing just isn't working.
Isn't working
especially with the way they did it with the Final Fantasy VII is the one that's really hasn't worked out, because it's not even just exclusive, it's going across console generations, where you've got people not necessarily transitioning to the next. You've got to buy a whole other platform for the next game. You know, not everybody transitioned, and there was, you know, obviously supply issues and stuff like that. And I don't think Square Enix did definitely, when they first embarked on the remake project in particular, the market was completely different. They definitely didn't anticipate like PlayStation collapsing like that in Japan. There's just no way. There's no way that anyone thought that was going to happen. No one planned for it. Everyone can say, "Oh, they're looking at the Western styles and da 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 da." What they were selling in Japan was a giant chunk. You only have to look at the launch sales of Remake. It was like a third of it was like from Japan, and then if that
just under a third,
just under you know what I mean, just under a third. So if that has gone down dramatically, that's a big chunk. That's a big chunk of change. So yeah, so that's basically what they're going to be doing. I think it's going to be with pretty much all their games. There might be the odd AA game where it's not, but I think it's going to be. I think it's pretty much going to be all of their games going. I say going forwards, but like it's not going to start from like their next game. But this is going to be like, because they've got like honor like contracts and stuff they've already done, and all of that's got to go through. So most likely they probably already made a deal for, and I think they already did make a deal for part 3 of FF7.
I doubt it. No, I doubt it.
No, I'm saying they probably signed for all 3 of these games right off the bat.
I mean,
you don't think so?
I don't know, man. I mean, Sony could be like, you know what, we don't want this no more.
I'll be honest, I don't think it's worth for Sony for them paying for them, because like what are they paying for? Because Square Enix are going to put those games on. Why do they need to pay for it to be exclusive when they're putting it on their platform anyway? B, they're paying for exclusivity when Square. Okay, see, Murder case like, I'm piecing out. You're taking too long, and you're overrunning my show. We need to finish in 2 minutes, Jaygo. Like it's like we're paying.
Yeah,
why are we paying for this exclusivity? We're cutting down the time. When you're gonna do 3 months, you're giving us free exclusivity anyway for an extra 9 months a year or whatever. Why are we paying for all of this? So yeah, and Totoki has been doing all this cost cutting, and now with the new dual CEOs, Herman Hulst plus the Japanese guy whose name I'm sorry I can't recall right now.
Starts with the N.
Yeah, I'm really sorry I can't remember his name. He's from the Sony side, right? So
I don't know.
I think he's kind of from the Sony side. So they want oversight. They're like, no, you're not running away and just doing this by yourselves. We want oversight on this.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's what the dual CEO role is. Roles are. I don't think it's that.
I quickly got to read a couple of J2's comments. PlayStation fanboys in shambles after hearing Square Enix saying that. I'm thinking Square will be a strong supporter of Switch 2. They can't ignore the Japanese market, especially with Nintendo being the market leader in Japan. What's a PlayStation, bruh? Imagine someone saying that in Japan. Yeah, no, there were some kids that did say that. Mario DK I'm sure he will go over it in his show. So please tune in on our Discord server, J2. Mario, I'm sorry this went so long. Obviously, I was like, oh no, we're gonna be finished way before my DK. So don't worry about that. No, this has gone. It's gone really long. But thank you so much for joining me today, Jaygo. A pleasure as always. You know,
thank you for having me. It was very, very fun.
We covered most stuff.
We covered all the important stuff.
All the important stuff. So yeah, so we always like to examine Square Enix Ls, as we did today. Hopefully I'm going to be getting back to regular shows soon. I might come up with just like a regular time for the show, but it is kind of difficult for me with my particular circumstances and my health issues and stuff like that. But thank you everyone for joining us today. Please hop on over to our Discord server and the fun will continue with Mario DK, with weekly story time with Mario DK. Okay, bye everyone. Say bye, Jaygo.